close game, tied at the half, and then Tech wins it 45-28.
Yeah, it was really a second half for Tech that propelled them to the win. But you're right, the first half, Carroll College.
And the Frontier Athletic Conference, we are committed to the true spirit of competition by being a champion of character through the 5 core character values the NAIA embraces, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask each of you as a participant, official, or spectator to abide by these values by creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Please enjoy today's contest. Windermere Real Estate of Helen is a proud sponsor of Saints football and tackling homelessness. They're donating $10 for each Saints home game tackle. All
16 inches
Of wet, heavy snow. That was the problem.
That's unbelievable.
We just couldn't move it. You know?
So I think we go on the air at 1, and they run the open and stuff, and then they cue us or something like that. So Marty, Carl, Sarah, anybody?
Sun to no sun, and back again. Yes, you can. Can you pick that up? Is it coming through? Hello, 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 hello. Okay. All right. Is your friend? Did you bring him? Come on, buddy. So you like everybody else in Montana? You a Yankee fan?
I'm a Yankee fan.
You're gonna have to get out of this.
What?
You're gonna have to leave. I think. I don't think you can be in. No, I don't mind.
I've been the Yankee The tradition, a lot of it is just.
Good game last night. Really good.
The Cubs-Washington game went 4 hours and 37 minutes. Each team used 8 pitchers. 9-inning game, 4.5 hours. Unbelievable.
Replays and changing pitchers and
Oh.
on and on and on.
So is this series on Fox Sports again, or is it on regular TV? Because I don't get Fox Sports. Because I didn't get the divisional series because it was on Fox Sports. Is this one on Fox Sports too?
What did I watch it on last night?
Don't tell me the World Series is on Fox Sports too.
I don't know that.
Oh my gosh.
It was, I think it was MLB. I got it on the MLB network, I think.
All right,
You bet.
George Nelson Stadium, Rocky Erickson alongside Joe McMahon. The rivalry game, a crowd of more than 30,000 in attendance. Sunny, 75 degrees, no wind. A beautiful day for football, Joe.
Sure is. The gates are crowded. People are parachuting into this facility today,
Yeah.
trying to get a good seat. So it's going to be a head knocker. You got her.
16 different people have already parachuted in. They were planning on landing in Bozeman, but due to the wind, they landed
Here in Helena.
That's right. They caught a gust, and here they are. So they changed their jerseys, and they're going to just watch Carroll football, right? I guess the Bobcats are in Eastern, though. So
Good point.
yeah, there you go.
Good point. Hippo,
Maybe
right?
The wind's coming out of the west, correct? So
Okay,
maybe
which way is the west?
A lot to my right.
That's the west.
That's the west.
So
Yep.
is it coming across or is it kind of coming this way?
The Game of the Week. Brought to you by Opportunity Bank, Northwestern Energy, Montana Chevy Dealers, the Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, and First Interstate Bank.
As the 11th ranked team in the nation, the Orediggers of Montana Tech will take on the Saints of Carroll College. It's the second time these two teams have faced each other this season. Joe, in game one, close game, tied at the half, and then Tech wins it 45-28.
Yeah, it was really a second half for Tech that propelled them to the win. But you're right, the first half, Carroll College gave Montana Tech everything they wanted and more. But the second half, Tech adjusted, made the adjustments, moved the ball down the field, and just took it to them.
Last week on the SWX Game of the Week, we were in Dillon, and the Orediggers lost their first game all season to Montana Western for Carroll College, while they only have one win this season. Joe, tell us about the Saints' 2017 season.
Carroll College has been a little disappointed coming off a 4-6 season last year. They were hoping for better, but this year it's game by game for them. And this is one of the biggest games of the year always for Carroll College. Montana Tech, their rival, at home. So for them, this could make their season right now a big victory right here and put another dent in the Montana Tech playoff hopes.
A huge rivalry game. Montana Tech, an explosive offense, averaging close to 50 points a game. For them to win, Coach Morrell says, don't give up the big play, and he wants his big-time players to come up big this afternoon. Joe, what's it going to take for Carroll to pull off the upset?
Well, they're going to have to play both teams in this win, but for Carroll, they're going to have to put together 4 good quarters and not give up that big play. That seems to be doing them harm every week. They play well for a while, and then that big play, and they just seem to fall apart after that. And Coach Van Diest knows it takes 4 solid quarters, both offensively, defensively, and as special teams.
In NAIA football, this series, it doesn't get much better than Montana Tech up against the Saints of Carroll College. It's the SWX Game of the Week. We'll have more right after this.
I'm Christy.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy. Natural gas appliances provide wonderful benefits when used properly.
But faulty or improperly maintained devices can cause carbon monoxide poisoning. Keep your family safe
By installing carbon monoxide detectors on every level of your house. And make sure your gas appliances are properly vented. If your carbon monoxide alarm goes off,
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy. Together,
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
In 1968, Homer Scott Sr. purchased a small bank in Sheridan, Wyoming. That endeavor was the start of First Interstate Bank. Homer knew that the bank would only be as strong as the communities it served. Today, Homer's credo still holds true. First Interstate has donated more than $50 million and 154,000 volunteer hours to nonprofit organizations and the communities it serves. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
Today we're going to talk about trucks. Which of these truck brands do you think offers best-in-class HD horsepower and the most capable off-road mid-size pickup?
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
Let's find out.
Chevy.
That's right, it's Chevy.
They look amazing.
Wow.
Chevy's killing it. Yeah, definitely.
Trade up to this light-duty Silverado All-Star and get a total value of over $11,200. Or during Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular Chevy trucks. Chevy, the #1 automotive brand in Montana.
Second time this season these two teams have met. They met in Butte at Bob Green Field to kick off the 2017 season on August 31st. Now that game was tied at 21-all at halftime, and the Diggers came back to win 45-28. Big game for Quinn McQuarrie, the Orediggers quarterback. He threw for 338 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Fike with 130 yards on the ground, and they meet again. And Joe, it's not easy when you have to face the same team twice in the same season.
Yeah, it's one of the few conferences, football conferences in the United States where that happens. But you're right, and especially when it's your arch rival, Montana Tech. So, yeah, they're looking to both teams circle both these games on their schedule this year for sure.
You know, it's amazing. A year ago on September 3rd of 2016 in Helena, the crowd of 7,400 witnessed that game, one of the largest crowds in NAIA history. Mike Van Diest, one of the winningest coaches in all of college football. And, you know, what Mike Van Diest has done here at Carroll College is just amazing.
Yes, it is.
6 national championships. His winning percentage of 81%. That's 6th best winning percentage of all of college football in Montana Tech. Head coach Morrell has done a fantastic job. The Frontier Conference champions the last 2 years. This, another rivalry game, as the Diggers are trying to bounce back after their first loss all season, as they lost last weekend. And last weekend, the SWX game of the week, we were in Dillon, and the wind was blowing, and the wind is blowing today as the wind blows the ball off the kicking tee as Dylan Torgensen is getting set to kick off. The Diggers will get the football first, and the SWX game of the week will be underway. 2 yards deep in the end zone. That'll be taken out near the 20-yard line. And
Levi Lynn on the return that time did a nice job, got the ball out to the 20, almost to the 20-yard line. We'll take over, and there's your starting lineup.
The Les Schwab Tire starting lineup. Quinn McQuarrie, twice this season, he has been named the NAIA National Player of the Week. He has thrown for more than 300 yards in every single game this season.
Looking forward to watch Fike play today. As we mentioned, he is leading the conference in rushing.
McQuarrie goes to the air on first down, a gain of only 5, and that's Dion Williams. The defensive starters, sponsored by Les Schwab Tires. For Carroll College, Tucker Johnson, number 34, the free safety out of Billings. He leads the Saints in tackles this season. That is a 36th catch this year for Dion Williams.
Just a quick little out, pick up 5 and make it second and manageable.
Fike on his first carry only got a yard in a great pursuit for that Saints defense.
Yeah, great job that time, and the linebackers filled it. I think it was Johnson that was up there in on that tackle that time, number 34. You just mentioned his name. He's had a phenomenal year thus far for Carroll.
His dad, Steve, is one of the assistant football coaches at Billings West, announced the West game last night. Fike leads the nation, averaging 153 yards a game this year. Third down here for Tech. It would be huge for the Saints to make a stop here. The Saints are 1-4. The Orediggers are 4-1. And Tech will throw on third down. They get the first down out across the 35-yard line. Chris Kelly making the catch.
Kelly with the catch. Carroll sent just 4 that time. Didn't send any pressure. Van Diest usually pretty hesitant to send his linebackers.
First down and 10. Orediggers. Fike has been over 100 yards on the ground in all 5 games this season. And McQuarrie wants to throw again. The big quarterback out of Manhattan, wide open is a running back. Fike out across the 40-yard line, and all of a sudden, the Orediggers are inside Saints territory.
Inside their territory, Alex Thomas, one of the linebackers, running with him, and he makes the tackle, but a nicely thrown ball.
Opening series for Montana Tech, and they're moving the football well. The Orediggers average close to 50 points a game, third best in the nation. Total offense, how about 574? Fike on the carry, and not much there at all. And this is one offense, Joe, that's just hard to slow down.
It is difficult. They're multifaceted. They can get you with the run or the pass, and McQuarrie is the trigger man. Johnson in on that tackle again for Carroll.
Tech in week 2 had a school record 70 points against Northern. They put 62 up on Eastern Oregon. And Eastern Oregon was ranked 23rd in the nation that week. It's going to be second down, a long 9, just underway.
So they're able to move the ball because they mix it up so well. They do a great job of keeping Carroll off balance.
3 wide receivers, left side, McQuarrie. Flushed out of the pocket, takes a hit, he's going down, and we've got a flag as well.
So a penalty flag, it looks like it's going to be a holding call on the Diggers. On that tackle that time, I believe it's number 39, Craig Keene.
On the Opportunity Bank replay, McQuarrie looked like he had all day to throw and flushed out. It's going to be a hold, and the first penalty of the game, it's going to go against Montana Tech, put him back around midfield. So Deion Williams is their leading receiver this year with 35 catches. Sean Sullivan is second. He's got 28 catches on the year. And Joe, you're the color man. What's going on
I'm
here?
not sure.
They took him back 10 yards, and now they put him up 10 yards. Lost it down, decided not to take the penalty.
There you go. Lost it down, so it's 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10 for Montana Tech. They work from the 40-yard line. And McQuarrie, pump fake, going to go to deep to Deion Williams. Deion makes a catch, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah, good coverage that time in the secondary for Carroll College. Williams ran a pretty good route, but he was forced out of bounds using that sideline on that play was, I believe, number 2. We'll watch it on the replay. McQuarrie put the ball where he had to, but they just ran out of room on the boundary outside.
Now, is Derek Holt punting into the wind here?
He is punting into the wind. It was Isaiah King with the coverage that time for Carroll. It's a crosswind, but yeah, it's definitely going to delay this, but he is going to try and pin this ball inside the 10-yard line.
So Holt, rugby-style kick, and that'll be taken at the 3-yard line. So not great field position coming up for the Saints, but they did stop Montana Tech with just 1 first down. And the Saints will take over, and we got a new quarterback. And on our Les Schwab Tire starting lineup, Reese Hibble is the starting quarterback out of Star Valley High School in Afton, Wyoming.
Yeah, he had a week to grow up this week. That's it. First week with the first team offense. And kind of thrown into the fire last week, Rocky, but this is an opportunity for him to shine.
Tanner Gustafson, the starting quarterback, was injured in that game last week against the College of Idaho. And on the first carry, it's going to be Ryan Walsh. And a gain of about 8.
And a tackle made by number 52, Levi Dawes. Check that, Alex Reed on the tackle.
On the Les Schwab Tire defense for Montana Tech, the Ordigers give it up just 26 points a game. It's going to be second down and 3 for the Saints. And they keep it on the ground again. And it's going to be very close to a first down.
Yeah, a lot of
as
help.
Walsh cuts to the left side. Walsh comes in with over 200 yards on the season. And the Saints get a first down. When you're 1-4 on the year and you lost to this team earlier this season, Joe, how big is it to get a first down on your first possession? Plus, they got the stop against Tech.
They got the stop. They don't want to go 3-0 for Carroll College, I'm referring to, because then they'll punt the football and Tech got the ball right back in midfield, Rocky. Zach Morrison on that tackle for Montana Tech.
Reese Hibble in his first start. Hibble, the redshirt freshman, back to throw. First pass is caught.
Sipes.
And making the catch is Seitz.
Andre Brown runs him out of bounds, but a nice route that time. Sipes is really starting to develop as his go-to receiver, as Carroll's go-to receiver this year.
Now, Reese Hibble, he played a little bit against Northern. He came into that second quarter last week against the College of Idaho. He was just 8 of 21 on the season, 1 pick, completing just 38% of his passes. This is his first college start. 6'1", 175, redshirt freshman from Afton, Wyoming. Major Ali with a big hole out across the 45-yard line. And near midfield, another first down. Major Ali, he went for 147 yards against Northern this season.
And Justin May, one of the safeties, had to come up and make the tackle, but a great run by Ali. As you said, Rocky, and the offensive line just blowing open some holes right now. So Carroll's coming off the ball and controlling the line of scrimmage at the moment. That's why they're able to move the football.
Nice start for the 1-4 Saints as they go up against 4-1 Montana Tech. the 11th ranked team in the nation. Hibble out of the shotgun. Wide receiver gets the handoff, and timeout is taken by the Orediggers of Montana Tech. 9:48 left to be played here in a scoreless first quarter. We'll be back with more right after this.
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
Today we're going to talk about trucks. Which of these truck brands do you think offers best-in-class HD horsepower and the most capable off-road mid-size pickup?
I'll go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
Let's find out.
Chevy.
That's right, it's Chevy.
They look amazing.
Wow.
Chevy's killing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Trade up to this light-duty Silverado All-Star and get a total value of over $11,200. Or during truck month, get 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular Chevy trucks. Chevy, the #1 automotive brand in Montana.
There are some things in life that require, demand something special.
These are the times when you must seek a steak that is truly worthy of the accomplishment at hand. And when no mere steak will do, the Silver Star Steak Company has your back. They use only the best certified Angus beef, delicately prepared with as much love as your occasion deserves.
When you deserve the best, the Silver Star Steak Company has a steak worthy of you.
First down and 10 for the Saints. And they're going to keep it on the ground again, out across the midfield, and with the carry, his first of the game is Eric Dawson, the tight end.
Yeah, he kind of does everything for Carroll College. Andre Brown, the defensive back, came up to make that tackle for Carroll, or for Rocky, but I'll try to get Tech. But yeah, they love to throw the ball to Dawson, but he can carry it too. He'll be in their jumbo formation sometimes, line up as a fullback. So Carroll mixing it up offensively, and Hibble running the offense pretty well right now.
Saints averaging 167 yards a game on the ground. Major Ali gets the call, and Ali gets hit at the line and driven down. Another penalty. Well, the Saints come in the Diggers come in averaging 49 points a game. That's 7th best in the nation. 352 yards through the air, 5th best, and 574 yards of offense. That is 3rd best. Their offense has been unbelievable this season.
Levi Dawes, get on that tackle, but let's wait and see. It looks like this penalty, I think, is against Carroll, but here comes the call.
Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon on the SWX Game of the Week from a chilly, windy George Nelson Stadium. And that's going to go against the Saints.
Looks like a chop block
of Carroll College. That'll push them back to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the officials are going to watch that pretty closely, and they should, because you can really get a lineman or somebody hurt pretty bad when they don't see that coming. You get your legs taken out like that. You got to watch that.
First game this season, there were 4,709 fans in Butte on August 31st. That game was tied at 21 at the break, and Tech defeated the Saints of Carroll College 45-28.
And they played that with smoke covering the air, right? It was crazy.
Always is in Montana in August.
It's gone now. That's all changed.
Second down and 15. Hibble getting his first start, the redshirt freshman out of Wyoming. Major Ali will try the right side. Ali takes a hit. Ali's going down, but he did pick up 4.
He got 4 yards, and I see Tech changing a little bit defensively already. They're putting more guys on the line of scrimmage. That time they had 6 guys up on the line, and they're forcing Carroll to throw the football. They're going to say, hey, Reese Hibble, you're a redshirt freshman, and you're going to prove yourself here. We're going to make you beat us with your arm. He's already thrown a ball completed with the Sipes, but they're going to force him to show that he can do more with the ball than just give it to his running back.
Well, Hibble's only put it up once in this game. And before the day, he only had 21 passing attempts in his career in college. Third down and 11 for the Saints. They're going to put 3 wide receivers left side and 1 on top. Hibble over the middle, and the ball is deflected at the line. And the Diggers of Montana Tech are going to get the football back. Torgensen into punt, averaging 42 yards a kick on the season, and that is 9th best.
See it on the replay. Number 45 got his left hand up there and knocked that down for Tech, and that is, we'll look at the name here, Brock Bede. He had great timing.
Out of Joliet, Class C. So Torgensen takes the snap. Left-footed kicker gets the kickoff. Fair catch is called for, and Tech will come out on the 13-yard line. Last time Tech won a game here at Carroll was back in 2015 when the Diggers won 42-7. Tech, they've won 4 of the last 5 in this series.
Levi Lynn.
.755 left in the first, and a scoreless game here in Helena.
Listen up, parents. Here's what we know.
And what we don't know.
E-cigarette use tripled among teens nationwide in just 1 year.
It's worse here in Montana. Our teens use it even higher rates.
What's in e-cigarettes anyway?
And what happens when our kids get addicted?
No one knows yet. Do you remember when they said that cigarettes were safe?
We don't want our kids to be the next lab rats. E-cigarettes equal big profit for big tobacco.
We have to protect the next generation.
Opportunity is everywhere. That is why I love my job at Opportunity Bank of Montana. I get to help my neighbors with business and agriculture loans, including new equipment loans. I understand that people need a bank they can rely on. You see, I grew up here with the Eastern High Plains out our front door and the crazy mountains in our backyard. Come see me, Brandy, or one of my colleagues at Opportunity Bank of Montana. Your local bank, your opportunity.
Second down and 9. McQuarrie from the 2-yard line over the middle to the tight end. And the pass is caught, and that's going to be very close to a first down as Tanner Osborne, the big tight end out of Columbus on the Opportunity Bank replay. I mean, that is a big target to hit.
He's a broad boy.
Osborne, 6'4", 230 pounds. Makes the catch, picked up a few yards after the catch.
Tucker Johnson with the tackle for Carroll.
Play action. McQuarrie's got time, airs it out. Deion Williams makes the catch. Williams fumbles the football, and the Saints have it at the 45-yard line. Inside the 40. Is that Tucker Johnson?
Yeah, it is.
Tucker Johnson out of Billings comes up with a big play, and the Saints pick up the fumble recovery.
Well, hopefully we can see. Isaiah King actually was beaten on that play that time, Rocky, but he recovered, and he's the one that knocked that ball loose. Tucker scooped it up and took it off, but King made a huge recovery play that time. He was beaten on the ball. Deion caught the football and was heading down the field. He caught him and knocked it loose from behind. I don't think Deion knew he was behind him, Williams.
Deion Williams would have had a huge pickup, but what a break for the Saints. They're 1-4 on the year. Tech got upset last weekend. They were ranked 5th. We were in Dillon, and they lost to Montana Western, their first loss all year. And now this drive will start at the 33-yard line. Play action. Hibble going to the end zone. It's incomplete.
Some contact down near the 10-yard line, but the official right on top of it said, nope, nothing out of the ordinary. I noticed that time Montana Tech, 6 guys at the line of scrimmage coming after Reese Hibble.
How many times do you see that when a team gets the ball after a turnover, they go for the home run ball?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not, obviously Tech knew it was coming, and they had single coverage on the receiver on this side, but Hibble and the receiver not able to connect.
Mike Van Diest in the cold and the wind with just a golf shirt on. Tough guy. Second down and 10 for the Saints from the 33-yard line. The redshirt freshman Hibble. They're going to go on the ground, and Major Ali's got some room across the 30. And Major Ali with 5.
5 yards for him. Will Davey, the defensive back, trips him up as he comes past him. He's credited with a tackle, but Ali running hard, and 5 yards on the second down play.
Saints' only win this year came into week 3. They got by the Lights of Northern 34-3 in that game. Major Ali rushed for 147 yards and a touchdown. 3rd down and 5 from the 28-yard line.
You know, for Carroll, one thing they're doing is keeping Tech off the field, you know, extending these drives.
Hibble's 1 for 3. Will he throw on 3rd down and 5? Hibble.
Pressure coming.
Looking right, airs it out, pass caught, 1st down, Dawson, the tight end. And another 1st down for Carroll College to the 22-yard line, and Eric Dawson has 2 receptions and a run, and he's making his presence known here this afternoon.
Justin May trying to cover him by himself, Rocky. That's a tough road to hoe for him. Dawson, one of the premier tight ends in the conference. But that's happening because Tech is sending pressure. Again, 6 guys coming after Reese Hibble that time. And Carroll, credit to their offensive line. They were able to hold him out and give Reese time to throw.
Dawson lines up, tied in on the right side. 1st down and 10. Play action. Hibble did see the defense coming. And in on the sack, and nobody blocked him at all. Connor Wines, that's 7 sacks this season for Connor Wines out of Gardner.
And again, 8 men coming, 3 guys in coverage that time for Montana Tech. So Carroll that time ran out of blockers, and Connor Wines took advantage of it and made a huge play for Montana Tech.
Came on the blind side. 5 minutes left to be played here in the first in a scoreless game. The big rivalry game. Montana Tech and Carroll College. It doesn't get much better than this. On the SWX Game of the Week.
Look at Fossum split wide to the right. He's got single coverage. They may look that way. Nope, they're going to run it.
On the end around. There's a hold. It's Arnson. Arnson to the 15-yard line, and what a run. The true freshman out of Helena High, Ryan Arnson. In high school with the Bengals, he had 280 carries and did not have a fumble. And well, we were at the tailgate party with his family, his dad, Tony, the head coach at Helena High. His win on Thursday, Joe, gives him 194 wins in his career, and that ties with Jim Stanton as the winningest active high school football coach in Montana.
A lot of success.
3rd down and 4 from the 15-yard line.
Big play here for both teams. Carroll trying to get into that end zone early.
Hibble to the air. Has juggled, it's caught. The defender had his back to the football. And that's going to be another Saints 1st down. And that's going to be 1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line.
Boy, he threw it to the wrong shoulder, and Brock Pulley, the defender there, if he just turned, that ball's in his hands. Watch this on the replay. We'll see it as Hibble threw the ball, and he threw it on the inside instead of the outside shoulder, and the linebacker didn't see it coming.
1st down and goal. Arnson to the right side. That's Troy Arnson. Just inside the 10-yard line. Quarterback keep. No, that's going to be Hibble on the run into the end zone. And the Saints of Carroll College have taken the lead.
Nope,
that was number 48. That was a tight end. That was a Wildcat formation. That was Eric Dawson on the 10-yard touchdown run for Carroll College.
They put him in that Wildcat formation. They run Arnson across the middle, and he fakes the handoff and carries it in. He's a load. We mentioned that. He's 235, 240 pounds. Eric's an all-around really good athlete.
Eric Dawson with the 10-yard touchdown run out of the Wildcat. And the extra point to put the Saints up 7-0.
It's good.
It's the Saints lead. Looking for an upset here in Helena.
Listen up, parents. Here's what we know.
And what we don't know.
E-cigarette use tripled among teens nationwide in just 1 year.
It's worse here in Montana. Our teens use at even higher rates.
What's in e-cigarettes anyway?
And what happens when our kids get addicted?
No one knows yet. Do you remember when they said that cigarettes were safe?
We don't want our kids to be the next lab rats. E-cigarettes equal big profit for big tobacco.
We have to protect the next generation.
Opportunity is everywhere. That is why I love my job at Opportunity Bank of Montana. I get to help my neighbors with business and agriculture loans, including new equipment loans. I understand that people need a bank they can rely on. You see, I grew up here with the Eastern High Plains out our front door and the crazy mountains in our backyard. Come see me, Brandy, or one of my colleagues at Opportunity Bank of Montana. Your local bank, your opportunity.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together.
Together,
we can deliver a brighter future.
Well, they call the Frontier Conference the SEC of NAIA football, and there's a reason for that. I mean, each and every weekend, anybody can pull out the win. Western stunned Tech a week ago. And now Carroll leads here. Lindy from the end zone. He'll take a knee. The game of the week brought to you by Opportunity Bank, the Montana Chevy dealers, Montana Tobacco Quit Line, and 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Northwestern Energy, Les Schwab Tire, and First Interstate Bank. Saints out on top. Game 1 on August 31st in Butte. Tech won 45-28. That game was tied at 21 at halftime. Quinn McQuarrie, the 6'3", 210-pound quarterback out of Manhattan, started his college career at Montana State. Fike, a transfer from Dickinson State with a carry, makes the corner. A gain of only a couple on the play. And now, Joe, well, the Diggers need to make something happen. They need to prove they can move that football.
They've got to put together a sustained drive here. Drew Melton that time ran Fike out of bounds, and a nice job by Carroll of stretching that play out. But you're right, Rocky. This is the time for Montana Tech to put together a string of 3-4 first downs, move the chain down the field, and at least flip the field.
The Diggers working against the wind. McQuarrie hit as he got rid of it. Chris Lawrence made the catch. Lawrence was out of bounds. It's going to be third down and long coming up for Montana Tech.
Yeah, we'll see it again on the replay, coming right up the middle and applying pressure was one of the linebackers for Carroll, and McQuarrie had to throw it just a count too early.
McQuarrie 6 of 8 through the air. He's been over 300 yards in all 5 games this season. And it's going to be third down and long here for the Diggers. Look for Deion Williams. Split out wide to the right side with Sean Sullivan. Williams with 36 catches. He had a catch and a fumble on the last possession. They're going to go deep, and that's going to be pass interference against the Saints of Carroll College.
Yeah, it's one of the defensive backs running with him. It's hard to read the numbers from where we're at. We'll see it on the replay here. But McQuarrie threw the ball down the field, led the receiver. It is Tucker Johnson that's down there with him, trying to run with the receiver, number 19 for Montana Tech, Sam McCamley.
Tucker Johnson visited with his mom and dad at Wheat, Montana on the way up here. He recovered that fumble earlier that set up the go-ahead touchdown for the Saints. The nose tackle starting is Peyton Sexy. Peyton Sexy's parents, Doug and Sarah Sexy, the University of Montana. Doug played for the Grizzlies. Sarah was a great runner in their track program. It's in the Hall of Fame. It's Sarah's birthday today. I believe she's
29.
Exactly.
There you
That's
go.
what I was going to say. Fike with the carry. Fike hit at the line and driven back. And Sexy in on the tackle. Now, a year ago when Carroll played at Northern, Peyton Sexy was injured in the first half. He played in the second half, and then he went into shock in the locker room and had a lacerated kidney and a lacerated liver, out for the season.
Reese Quaid in on that last stop for Carroll.
It's going to be second down and 10. 7 of 9 through the air for Quinn McQuarrie. And look at that offensive line. Quinn's got all day to throw. Wide open. Lawrence makes the catch. Lawrence inside the 30-yard line, which you got to give credit to that Montana Tech offensive line for giving McQuarrie all day to throw the football.
Definitely, because watch, they'll rush 3, and then there's a linebacker coming late. but they kept them all out, and he stepped up in the pocket and delivered it. Melton lost track of that receiver, and a beautiful thrown ball, McQuarrie.
Lawrence with his 14th catch. Fike trying to find some room. Great run after the initial hit for Jed Fike, and Jed Fike gets up near the 18-yard line. That's an 8-yard pickup. Fike, when they met earlier this year back in August, rushed for 130 yards against Carroll.
Yeah, he's starting to make a difference right now. He just keeps running hard, keeps those legs going.
2nd down and short.
I think we've got a false start on the offense here. Yep, Montana Tech's going to back up 5 yards. But a nice job by Tech to answer that Carroll touchdown, Rocky. We mentioned it. They wanted to put together a good drive, and they've done that.
Hard to slow down a team that averages 50 points a game and almost 600 yards of offense. They might have one series where they only get 1 first down, Joe, but one incredible offensive machine here. Sullivan, Deion Williams to the right side on 2nd down and 7. Play action. McQuarrie flushed out, takes a hit. And he rolls to the right, throws on the run. It's deflected near the line. And what a great defensive play for Carroll College.
Yeah, I was trying to get the number of the defensive
I
back.
think it's Tony Madsen.
Got his hand on that football. Thank goodness he did, because McQuarrie had an open receiver and he had the ball on the way. They almost get him in the backfield, but he is such an elusive quarterback. He can run. And for Carroll, that ball tipped just at the last second by a defensive back coming across the formation.
3rd down and 7 for Tech. Carroll leads early here in the first, out on top 7-0.
Big 3rd down right here. You stop him, force the field goal attempt.
McQuarrie is 7 of 9. McQuarrie. Pass is caught. It's going to be close to a first down. Making the catch is Chris Kelly, his 14th catch. Even if they're short, it's going to be a yard or two, and would not be surprised if Coach Van Diest goes for it. 4th down and less than a yard. The Saints have not made a field goal this season.
Yep, Chuck Morrell's leaving that offense out on the field. They're going to try and get this. It's, as you mentioned, 4th and a yard right here. Big play.
It would be a 35-yard field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it. 4th down and less than 2. McQuarrie comes off left tackle. Forward progress, I believe he's got it. It's going to be close.
It's going to come down to who controlled that offensive line, who controlled that line of scrimmage, and it was a shoving match going on down there. Carroll's defense is saying, no, we stopped them. And I think they'll take a peek at it right here.
They're going to have to bring the sticks out.
They'll bring them over, take a peek at it. It's going to be close. Boy, this could be a huge momentum change should Carroll hold here. But McQuarrie just went off left between his center and left guard. Stuck his head in there, and did he get enough? They're going to stretch it right here and let us know.
Boy, that is
close.
close.
It's close, and Carroll
Saints
says no.
have the football. That had to just be a couple of inches there, Joe.
Fink's still not convinced. He's saying first down. The officials have to.
They still haven't made a decision yet.
Yeah, they did.
Now they give it to the Saints. Boy, how close was that? Unbelievable. The Saints were saying it was their ball. Montana Tech said it was their ball. And how long did that take the men in the stripes to make the decision?
Well, we saw the umpire get down on his knee to actually look, and I've never seen that, Rocky. Not like that. I mean, he had to get right down there in the grass and get a whisker and put it in between the ball and the end of the stick, I guess, and say, okay, Carroll ball.
Well, Reese Hibble has a touchdown for his team, and off a nice 10-yard run for Eric Dawson, and that redshirt freshman in his first start. Well, the jitters have to be gone.
Jitters are gone. He's settled in now. Tech trying to put some pressure on him. They got 5 men. They're going to put 7 at the line of scrimmage this time.
And Major Ali goes nowhere, that Tech defense. Great pursuit. Under a minute left to be played here in the first.
Late flag coming in at the end of that tackle. And
they say that's against Tech.
Usually that is an unsportsmanlike
call. Well, when you're up against a team that's 4-1, you're 1-4. How important is it to score early like this and be able to shut out the Orediggers, a team that averages 50 points a game here in the first quarter, and a 15-yard penalty against Montana Tech.
Huge penalty. This gets, Carroll was backed up inside their own 20-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 33, so a big mistake there for Montana Tech. Tech recovering from that loss, as you mentioned as we went on the air here.
But you would think they'd be incredibly fired up coming off their first loss.
Coming into Carroll College, seeing a team that's 1-4, could they look beyond the Saints and just be thinking ahead here? Hope not.
Hibble out of Star Valley High School in Afton, Wyoming. 1st down and 10. Major Ali gets across the 35, gain of 6. You know who else came from Star Valley High School? Wrestler Rulon Gardner.
Oh, Olympics.
2000 Olympics, won the gold medal, beat the Russian Carlin. Carlin had not lost a wrestling match in 13 years, and what an amazing story that was.
Yes, definitely. Levi Dawes from Helena Capital in on that tackle from Montana Tech.
It's going to be 2nd down and 5, and they will not get a playoff. The quarter will come to an end. It's the Saints of Carroll College out on top of Montana Tech, 7-0.
A small steel fabrication plant popped up in the heart of Montana. Over time, they built a reputation as solid as their steel. But growing a business requires flexibility. They needed a bank like First Interstate, able to make quick decisions to help grow their workforce and build a strong foundation. Today, their steel supports more than just buildings. It supports communities throughout the region. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
Hey man, got some chew?
No, man. This stuff's dangerous.
Hey, can I get a dip?
No way.
Why not?
Give me one good reason.
It's full of toxic chemicals.
It rots your teeth, and it causes cancer.
Prove it.
It says so right in the can.
But why do you do it?
So then why do you chew?
Today we're going to talk about trucks.
Right on.
Which of these truck brands do you think offers best-in-class HD horsepower and the most capable off-road mid-size pickup?
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
Let's find out.
Chevy.
That's right, it's Chevy.
They look amazing.
Wow.
Chevy's killing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Trade up to this light-duty Silverado All-Star and get a total value of over $11,200. Or during Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular Chevy trucks. Chevy, the #1 automotive brand in Montana.
On the Montana Quit Line scoreboard, it's the Saints of Carroll College out on top of the Montana State Orediggers, 7-0 in that first quarter. Tech with 137 yards of offense, 127 coming through the air, and Carroll College with 87 yards of offense. Hibble wants to throw on 1st down, got a receiver open inside the 40-yard line, and that is huge.
Beautiful throw that time. I believe it's Sipes. I'm trying to catch the number as he comes back.
It's Sipes.
It is Sipes, but run out of bounds tackled by number 13, Justin May. But nice throw by Hibble, as you said. Tech just sent 4 that time. That's why Hibble had time to throw that football, and he set up, waited for the receiver on the break, and delivered it on the money.
In double coverage, and somehow Sipes got open. Sipes with 15 catches. The redshirt freshman out of California looking for his first touchdown of the season. Inside Diggers territory. 1st down and 10 for the 39-yard line. Tech showing blitz, and here they come. Hibble in trouble, takes a hit, going down, going to be sacked for a loss of about 4 yards on the play. Now Montana Tech, they are 9th in the nation, averaging 3.2 sacks a game.
That time it was Nick Amistoy, another player from Capitol High or from Helena with the attack, with the credited with that sack. But that time Hibble actually showed a little experience. Instead of throwing the ball, forcing it downfield, he took what he could get, and he's going to live to play another round here. And that's something Coach Van Diest harped on, I know, this week, is to take care of the football and not throw the ball and take those kind of chances.
Arnson will come into motion. Hibble doing a great job considering the fact it's his first start. Airs it out again. It's going to be incomplete. And a long 3rd down play coming for the Saints. It's going to be 3rd down and 14 from the 43-yard line of Carroll College. And they're working against the wind. Just underway here in the second from George Nelson Stadium.
Yep, he was trying to hit Ryan Arntzen that time on a little down and out route.
Montana Tech 4-1 on the season. Carroll College 1-4 on the year. Third down and long. Can the Saints keep their drive alive? And we got movement. We got contact.
It's going to be third and longer.
Third and longer.
Yeah. They're going to walk this one back, and that's something Coach Van Diest was preaching all week long. We've got to quit shooting ourselves in the foot in situations like this. Now let's see if they can recover. Third and long and get the football down inside that, let's say inside the 35-yard line, where they may think about going for it on fourth down.
To get a first down, they've got to get inside the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 48.
What's Tech going to do? They're going to send some pressure, and they're walking them up. Here they come.
And the redshirt freshman gets the pass off. It's short. It's incomplete.
Yeah.
And the intended receiver on the play was Troy Arntzen.
Well, it was incomplete because he had to throw it pretty early. He was pressured. Number 98, James Foote, came in quickly, and the blocking kind of collapsed on him. Hibble had to get rid of that football before he wanted to throw it.
Torgensen to punt. Lindy is back to receive, and Torgensen will kick into the wind. And Tech's going to bring 10. Torgensen
Almost
just
blocked.
Barely gets the kickoff. The punter goes down, and there's no penalty flag.
Yeah, now there
great
is.
Kick. It does take a Carroll bounce. Do we have a flag
Yep,
down?
we do. It came late. The flag is there.
We're going to take a break. Saints lead 7-0.
Thanks for not just selling me tires. Thanks for doing the work I needed.
Yeah,
Not suggesting stuff I
He
don't.
stepped up to it. He walked over to
Checking my brakes. Thanks for checking my brakes for free.
Just to make sure I'm all good.
Who does that anymore? So thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. Stop on by your local Les Schwab for our fall tire sale.
So a 5-yard penalty, roughing the punter, and we're going to have Torgensen kick it all over again.
personal foul variety. It's an automatic first down, but not the call this time. 5-yarder. But for Carroll, they get another opportunity. That time, Diggers would have had pretty good field position.
Lindy back at the 10-yard line.
Blocked it. It's blocked.
The punt is blocked. The punt is blocked, and Tech brought 10 again. And they were able to block the kick.
Blocked by number 25, Zeb Bloom.
They're telling him no.
So Bloom comes through, makes the, gets his hands up and knocks that ball down.
So the first possession of the second quarter for Montana Tech. McQuarrie is throwing for 127 yards in that first quarter, but no points to show for it. And they take over at the 42-yard line. Great start for the Saints of Carroll College. That's Sean Sullivan in motion. McQuarrie rolls right. Pass is caught. A gain of about 7. Chris Kelly, his second catch of the afternoon.
Drew Melton out there on the tackle. We had mentioned in the pregame that special teams always the key to the game for both football teams, and right now Montana Tech special teams are out playing Carroll's.
No huddle, Saints. Second down and 3. On the ground, Fike hit at the line. Fike's going down, and not much of a gain at all.
Nope.
Saints say they have the football. Man in the stripes said no.
David Anderson in on that tackle for Carroll. He got a hold of Fike's right foot as he came by, and he wouldn't let go. Fike was trying to drag him, and Fike's hurt. He's limping on that right ankle, that right foot. Anderson had a hold of it, and Fike was jerking, trying to get away from him. And it looks like he's injured himself, and man, that'd be a loss.
Boy, that would be huge to lose Fike, averaging 153 yards a game. That is number 1 in NAIA football in the nation.
Leads the conference by some 300 yards. So I don't know how long he'll be out. I know he'll be out at least one play, but he's trying to.
Thanks for not just selling me tires.
Thanks for doing the work I needed.
Not suggesting stuff I don't.
Thanks for checking my brakes.
Checking my brakes. Thanks for checking my brakes. For free.
Just to make sure I'm all good.
Who does that anymore? So thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. Stop on by your local Les Schwab for our fall tire sale.
There's a new sports bar in town. 17 big screen TVs. Personalized audio every set. DirecTV sports packages. Cable, Roku, webcast. Watch Carroll, Cats, Grizz, or whatever your favorite team or sport is. Or TV show for that matter. Delicious pub food. 36 beers on tap and great service. The newest sports bar in Helena is also the first sports bar in Helena. Bleachers. Inside Bert and Ernie's.
Opportunity is everywhere. That is why I love my job at Opportunity Bank of Montana. I get to help my neighbors with business and agriculture loans, including new equipment loans. I understand that people need a bank they can rely on. You see, I grew up here with the eastern high plains out our front door and the crazy mountains in our backyard. Come see me, Brandy, or one of my colleagues at Opportunity Bank of Montana. Your local bank, your opportunity.
Montana quit line scoreboard. Saints out on top 7-0. McQuarrie on third down, incomplete.
Great.
And that was great defense.
Drew Melton got his hand in there, knocked it away from number 43 from Montana Tech, trying to make that catch, Braxton Porter.
Big defensive play for Carroll College. And the Saints, with the lead, they're going to get the football back.
Big stop for them defensively. Kudos to Coach Van Diest. He's got these guys raring to go today. They are pumped up. Tech Carroll.
Derek Holt, rugby-style kick, barely gets it off. And with the wind to his back, he put that one well through the end zone. So Carroll College gets the football back. And the Saints out on top here 7-0. We got another flag down, Joe.
We do. There's been a lot of those flying, and we're not talking just about the ones that are whipping in the wind to the west of us here. In the east on either end, the yellow ones are flowing everywhere.
That's going to go against the Saints.
So Carroll will still get the football, but they'll mark it off. And yeah, it's a holding call against Carroll.
On the return, last week we were in Butte with the SWX Game of the Week, and Montana Western got the upset over Tech. A great game, 42-35. In that game, Sean McQuarrie threw 3 interceptions. He only had 3 interceptions in the first 4 games all year. And Western came up with 3 picks last Saturday.
Well, Rocky, this conference is so tough. You got great coaches. They make adjustments. They've studied the film. You see them sometimes 2 times. You know, you got to keep it fresh because they'll figure you out. And when they do, gigs up.
And the reason the conference is so good is what Mike Van Diest and his staff have done over the years with winning 6 national championships and 13 Frontier Conference titles. And the officials meet again, making their dinner plans, I think.
No,
Joe.
actually, I'm not sure what's going on. The penalty. So they indicated the penalty was on Carroll. It actually was on Tech because they've moved the ball ahead, and it's on the 30-yard line, so where they're going to start 1st and 10.
3 wide receivers left side for the redshirt freshman. Reese Hibble out of Wyoming, getting his first start and playing well. Major Ali off right tackle. Ali goes nowhere.
Great job defensively that time by Montana Tech. They flowed to the football. 4 guys on the line of scrimmage, the 4 defensive linemen, and the linebackers filled quickly. Number 99 again right there. Chance Hansen helping out on that tackle.
Well, the biggest news of the game is that Jed Fike, the great running back for Tech, hurt on that last possession.
Yeah.
That would be a huge loss for the Orediggers if Fike is unable to come back in this game.
Yeah, Anderson had a hold of his leg. He just kept trying to pull it loose, and he couldn't get it loose, and he may have strained that calf.
Hibble 4 for 8 through the air. Hibble on second down, receiver wide open, move the chains, first down, out across midfield. Big play, a defensive mistake for Montana Tech as the receiver was wide open.
Ryan Walsh, out of the backfield. They just floated him out, and nobody went with him, and Hibble found him right away. And that's sometimes the hardest pass to complete, the guy that's wide open like that, especially if you haven't played a lot. And I'll tell you what, Hibble's showing some composure here. He just laid it right in there, and Walsh did the rest.
Ryan Walsh with his 8th completion. Eric Dotson will set up on the right side. First down and 10, just across midfield for the Saints, and they lead 7-0. And they keep it on the ground. Quarterback keep Hibble, and Hibble will pick up about 3 yards. And again, you talked about it earlier, Joe, but to keep Montana Tech, their offense off the field that averages 50 points a game and almost 600 yards a game.
Right.
It's huge. Even if the Saints don't score, they keep McQuarrie off the field.
Zach Morris with the tackle, but you're right, Rocky. They're just not allowing Tech to take the ball moving up and down the field.
Second down and 7 from the Diggers, 45-yard line. And on the carry near the 40-yard line, and that's going to be Arnson.
Yeah, that's Ryan.
Ryan Arnson from Helena High almost got the first down. Going to be just short. It's going to be 3rd down and short coming up for the Saints.
Paul Lundquist, the linebacker, came over to make the tackle for Montana Tech, but they love that jet sweep with Ryan Arnson. He is quick to the corner. Must be quite a treat for Tony and Robin to be out here watching both sons play and out on the field at the same time.
Don't have to travel.
Nope.
Right here in Helena as
you
well.
go.
3rd down and short. Hibble takes his snap, stays in the pocket, move the chains, first down and then some.
It's Paul
Near
Hart.
the 20-yard line.
It's Hart with the reception.
And the Saints, Paul Hart, sophomore out of Helena High. And boy, I'm telling you what, folks, Carroll College is looking good here this afternoon.
You know what's happening here too, Rocky? Their confidence is growing. You can see it. When they first came out, we mentioned before the game, not a lot of skip in their step, but as they've had some success, you can see them. You can just see it physically. They're just picking it up right now.
The Saints are knocking on the door. First down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Hibble out of the shotgun. They're going to go on the ground. Arnson to the left side, and Arnson, great run after the initial hit, picks up 4 yards, and there was nothing there.
No, very little, but he made something out of nothing. Jacob Clark, the 215-pound linebacker for Tech, made the stop, but Ryan ducked underneath the defender. You'll see it on the replay here, and ducked his head and picked up, as you said, 3 yards when really he should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage. But he's so quick, he's real good at waiting and for that hole to open, and then he bursts through.
Ryan Arnson at Helena High, I think he said about 17 school records. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 inside the 20-yard line. Hibble, play action. Hibble flushed out of the pocket. Hibble brought down at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, great decision to pull it down and go that time. Number 53, Jacob Clark, made the tackle for Montana Tech, but Hibble didn't see what he wanted to see, and he wasn't going to force the football. And he picked up enough to make it a 3rd down and just a couple.
8:18 left to be played, and you got to wonder if Montana Tech has went this long, a quarter and a half, without scoring all season.
Yep, they're wondering what's going on right now. Carroll's got them on their heels, that's for sure. Can Carroll sustain this for 4 quarters? That's their challenge today.
3rd down and short. The officials stop play. Tech will take a timeout on our Quit Montana. Scoreboard 7-0. Saints out on top.
Out here, we love our animals. From the wildlife to the livestock, inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
A small steel fabrication plant popped up in the heart of Montana. Over time, they built a reputation as solid as their steel. But growing a business requires flexibility. They needed a bank like First Interstate, able to make quick decisions to help grow their workforce and build a strong foundation. Today, their steel supports more than just buildings. It supports communities throughout the region. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together.
Together.
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
Third down and short. Eric Dawson, the tight end, will come into motion. Hibble, handoff, Major Ali, and I believe he's got the first down, Joe. It's going to be close.
Be close. I don't know if it'll be as close as the last time they measured, but nice job by Montana Tech, but Carroll may have eked out enough to get it.
They're not even going to measure. They're going to give him the first down. What an amazing first half for Mike Van Dee's team. You know, the last 3 years, the Saints have lost 16 Frontier Conference games. In the first 16 seasons that Mike Van Dees was at Carroll College, they only lost 16 conference games.
Yep.
It's going to be first down and 10. And Hibble will come under center. That's rare. Handoff, last man through.
Wow.
That's Major Ali to the 15, and Major Ali will lose a yard.
Excellent job that time. Number 98, one of the defensive linemen, came firing through that to James Foote, and he was in the backfield waiting for the handoff when Ali got the ball from Hibble. Nice work by Tech defensive lineman. Good push. You know, you really do want to try and stick this ball in the end zone. This would be not a lengthy field goal if they get to that fourth down and decide to do it, but that crosswind's pretty stiff right now, Rocky.
They haven't made a field goal all year. Second down and 11. Hibble, the freshman quarterback, under center again. Hibble will throw on second down. Hibble, short pass is caught by the tight end, Eric Dawson. And a small gain.
Yeah, not much. He got 2-yard gain they'll give him, but that's one of the shortest passes Reese Hibble will ever throw. He threw it over the lineman in front of him. You can just see he just kind of dumped it over the top. Looks like something you'd throw at recess on the playground.
Boy, can the Saints go up by 2 scores against the 11th ranked team in the nation. It's going to be third down and long, coming up third down and 8. Line of scrimmage is the 12-yard line. The Saints lead 7-0.
Some late defensive substitutions.
And Carroll College
Rocky
wants to talk about it. They want a timeout here. Coming up in the First Interstate Bank halftime report, we'll visit with Carroll's women's basketball coach, Rochelle Sayers, and the men's basketball coach, Dr. Carson Cunningham. That's all coming up on the First Interstate Bank halftime report.
Writing and arithmetic are elementary topics. But what about rate of return? First Interstate Bank is helping kids learn the basics of money management, partnering with schools across Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota to teach students to save money. Over 1,300 savings accounts later, these mini bankers have saved nearly $2 million, helping them learn another term, ROA, Return on Allowance. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
There's a place where higher education starts at a higher elevation and rises from there. Located in the heart of the Rockies, Carroll College raises the bar with small classes taught by award-winning professors, more than 60 majors, minors, and pre-professional programs, and year-round outdoor fun over every horizon. Carroll College, aspire to go higher.
There's a new sports bar in town. 17 big screen TVs. Personalized audio every set. DirecTV sports packages. Cable, Roku, webcast. Watch Carroll, Cats, Grizz, or whatever your favorite team or sport is. Or TV show for that matter. Delicious pub food. 36 beers on tap and great service. The newest sports bar in Helena is also the first sports bar in Helena. Bleachers. Inside Bert and Ernie's.
7 of 11 through the air. 3rd down and 8. Coming up for the Saints of Carroll College. These two teams met in game 1 this season, and the Saints lost to the end zone. No, deflected right at the goal line, and Andre Brown, and that was huge.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball to Sipes, but Brown did a nice job defensively. Hibble sees that single coverage out there, throw the outside shoulder, but Brown got a hand up and knocked that ball away. Nice job by Andre Brown.
4th down, and they're going to attempt a field goal. It'll be marked to the 19, a 29-yard field goal attempt coming for the Saints. And that would be their first field goal of the year for Dylan Torgensen. He's 0 for 2.
And he's kicking right into that wind.
Left-footed kicker, the kick is up, and that is good from 29 yards, and the Saints lead 10-0 on the Montana Tobacco quit line scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together,
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
My name is Carson. Rodeo has become a very big part in my life. To win a rodeo, you got to be really dedicated, so I have to stay in shape. I really like when you're getting down a run because sometimes you have the highs and your lows in rodeo, but when you do good, it's really a great feeling. Tobacco, in my opinion, doesn't belong in rodeo. I mean, you can look at all the statistics and it's just been a damaging, destructive product. Tobacco doesn't take center stage, not in my rodeo.
Well, the Saints scored 45 in game 1 against Carroll, a school record 70 against MSU Northern in week 2, 34 against Rocky, 62 against Eastern Oregon, 35 last week. They come in averaging 49.2, and that is the 7th best in the nation, and they are scoreless here. And that kick against the wind, it took a nice bounce, big hit, and I'm talking about that is the hit of the game, Joe.
Yeah,
who made that hit?
That was, well, Lynn made the catch, and he's wishing he hadn't. He should have just let that thing roll. But here we got it on the replay. We'll see it.
Well, he bombled the football. He picked it up, and wow.
He got tattooed.
Did he get smothered?
Yeah, I still didn't get the number that time.
It's so
Sorry
hard
about that.
to see the Saints' numbers. It's unbelievable, and the Saints will take a timeout, 10-0. Carroll College out on top. The last time they met, the game was tied at 21, and now it's going to be interesting. Do we see number 28 out there, Jed Fike, their outstanding running back? It looks like he is.
I think he's coming out. He is.
So Fike is back in the game for Montana Tech, and that is huge for the Orediggers. even though they've done pretty much nothing but throw the football today. McQuarrie 9 of 13 for 135 yards. But, Joe, they've hardly had the football here in the second quarter.
Exactly. Carroll's hung on to the
Play
ball.
action. McQuarrie gets hit.
Good.
McQuarrie's going down.
Nice job, Carroll
And
College.
that is a huge sack on first down.
I think that was Reese Quaid coming in from the linebacker position who made that tackle. We can see it on the replay here, but it was a delayed blitz that time. They came late. It wasn't Quaid. He was number 43, I believe, who made that tackle. But anyway, coming busting through there for Carroll College. I think it was the linebacker, Robital.
McQuarrie will throw on the run, and Sullivan, the intended receiver, Sullivan could not make the catch. It's going to be third down and long. It's going to be third down and 15 here for Montana Tech with 5:18 to go in the first half, and Carroll College shocking the Diggers here out on top 10-0. McQuarrie 9 of 14. Here in the game, he's thrown for more than 300 yards in every game this season. And McQuarrie, here in the first half, has 135, but no points to show for it on third and long, 3 wide receivers to the right side. McQuarrie's got time, airs it out over the middle. Pass is caught, and that is Sean Sullivan, and what a catch it was at midfield. Joe on third and long. He threw it in traffic.
Oh, boy.
And what a catch by Sean Sullivan. Watch this.
Great catch, and you can see it on the replay, but McQuarrie, he threaded the ball in there. He, tell you what, he's got some courage because there was double coverage there, and he found a seam through it right over the top of the defender's shoulder, and Coach Van Dies's not very happy when you let him out of a third and long from deep in their own area.
Well, that's the biggest play of the game for the Saints of Carroll College, no question about that. 5:11 left to be played. You know, when Montana Western went ahead last weekend, I thought, when's the last time that the Diggers were behind all season? Coming up on the First Interstate Bank halftime report, we'll visit with Carroll women's basketball coach Rochelle Sayers and men's basketball coach Dr. Carson Cunningham. And we'd like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima, Washington. We're happy to have you enjoying this game today. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon, the SWX Game of the Week from George Nelson Stadium in Helena. First down and 10, right at midfield. McQuarrie airs it out to the right side and making the catch. Dion Williams breaks the tackle. And there's a late flag again.
Yeah, that might be a late hit out of bounds on Carroll, but a nice run after the catch that time by Williams. McQuarrie going right to his number 1 receiver. He not only makes the catch, but picks up 10 yards after the catch. And we'll see it on the replay. Here we go. A couple of defenders coming over, and the late hit knocked him out of bounds pushed him out of bounds after he was on his way out. So that's going to hurt. So 2 big plays have really flipped the field for Montana Tech. They got that big third down conversion, threw the ball out to midfield, and then a 10-15-yard completion, add on a personal foul.
Dion Williams, his third catch of the game. He's got 38 on the season. He's over 500 yards receiving. This is week 6, so big break for the Saints to get the completion and the penalty.
Before the game, we talked about big plays. Carroll had to prevent big plays, and 2 of them have just happened to Carroll College defensively.
The Diggers from the 21-yard line of Tech, they have not scored. They're down 10-0. McQuarrie will roll right. The big quarterback will run, hit near the sidelines. Quinn McQuarrie out of Manhattan started his college football career at Montana State. And, boy, you watch him play this season, Joe, and you wonder, boy, he could have played at Montana State.
Yeah, exactly. You wonder how they let him get away because he's a very talented kid from the local area down there. Definitely would have helped keep attendance flowing in through the gates down in Bozeman, but he certainly has all the tools.
From Manhattan. Second down and 10. In Tech's offense, they've struggled, but you got to give credit to that Carroll defense. They have been outstanding the first 2 quarters here.
Pressure coming this time.
McQuarrie to the right side in traffic. Catch is made, and Sean Sullivan made the catch, but I think there was pass interference before he made the catch. Let's watch on the Opportunity Bank instant replay.
Yeah, some contact early, but the ball still caught, and we'll wait and see what Montana Tech wants to do with this penalty.
Great job for the wide receiver, Sean Sullivan, to make the catch. And, one of the things that Coach Morrell told me earlier this week when I visited with him, he said, we knew it's going to be a physical game against Carroll College. It always is, and it has been a physical game here this afternoon. Another first down.
So they took
from Montana Tech.
They took the penalty as it provides an automatic first down, and it'll be almost first and goal. It looks like they can get a first down at the 1, Rocky.
Dion Williams to the right side, and since Jed Fike was hurt, he has not gotten a carry. Sullivan in motion. Faked the handoff to the end zone. It's incomplete. And that ball was well overthrown. Tanner Osborne, the tight end out of Columbus, was the intended receiver.
That time it was just in the book that they were going to, that's where he was going, and he was going to look and see, and if it's not there, he's going to throw it away, so he just let that ball sail.
Second down and 10. They're going to put 3 wide receivers now to the left side. And about 95% of the offense this afternoon for Montana Tech has been through the air.
Carroll with 7 guys near the line of scrimmage, and it looks like Tech wants to talk it over.
Montana Tech will take a timeout on the Montana Tobacco quit line scoreboard. Saints lead 10-0 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to be played here in the first half. Coming up on the First Interstate Bank halftime report, we'll visit with Carroll's women's basketball coach, Rochelle Sowers, and the men's basketball coach, Dr. Carson Cunningham. All coming up on the First Interstate Bank halftime report. And what a run the Saints men have had the last 2 seasons. They were 29-6 a year ago, the number 1 seed at the NAIA National Tournament in Kansas City, and they advanced to the Final 8 for the 2nd year in a row. Joe, I have never been to the NAIA National Tournament in Kansas City, but I've been told that's one of the greatest, if not the best, college basketball tournament there is in the nation.
It's outstanding. People that go just rave about the fact that, it's one and you're done. It's single elimination. So fans get into it. They travel well. Everybody, it's a great time.
It's been a really big deal in Billings to host the Women's Division I NAIA National Tournament that we had last March at Rimrock Auto Arena, and we got a contract for the next 2 years to host that event. Second down and 10, just outside the 10-yard line for Montana Tech. They've not scored yet. McQuarrie to change that. Pass caught inside the 5, stopped just short of the goal line, and they're going to say stop at the 1-yard line. That was the running back, Jed Fike, who made the catch.
Peyton Sexy in helping on that tackle that time, but a nice throw. A great throw that time. Also, Drew Melton in on that tackle. So it's first and goal.
First and goal inside the 2-yard line. McQuarrie, handoff, Fike, and Fike comes off the left side on a 2-yard touchdown run. And the Orediggers of Montana Tech have found the end zone for the first time this afternoon.
Nice job that time. Jeb Fike, obviously his ankles, his foot is doing okay. He got into the end zone in there with plenty to spare for Montana Tech. Looking to not get within 3 here at this extra point.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 for Jed Fike. That is his 9th, count him, his 9th touchdown this season. And Holt here on the PAT. Derek Holt, 31 of 33 on PATs. High snap, gets the kickoff, and the kick is no good. That could come back to haunt the Diggers. So 10-6 our score. It's Carroll College out on top on the Montana quit line scoreboard. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to be played here in the first half. And what a great first half it's been for the Saints of Carroll College. They only have one win on the season. It came in week 3. They got by the Lights of MSU Northern 34-3. And there's head coach Mike Van Diest in the yellow shirt. Took over in 1999. They were 5-6. And after that, what a run. The semifinals in 2001, national champions in 2002, 2003, 04, 05, 07, and 2010. From 2001 to 2014, a period of 14 seasons, the Saints won 13 Frontier Conference titles, 6 national championships. They were 119-11 in the Frontier. That's winning 92% of their games. Amazing. Van Diest, his teams have won 81% of their games, the 6th best winning percentage of any active football coach in any division in the nation. Holt with the kick and with the wind, and that kick is going to be in East Helena. So the Saints of Carroll College back on the field. How big is that missed PAT, Joe?
I think it could play to be huge, or could end up being huge here late in the game as Carroll College dodged a bullet there, and it's a gimme, but it really isn't. You see more and more of that happening, especially in the NFL where they moved it back, but obviously it's a situation where Carroll College can take advantage of that later in the game.
Here come the Saints. First down and 10 for the 25-yard line. Eric Dawson, the tight end, split out wide to the right side. Hibble has been outstanding in his first college start. They're going to keep it on the ground in a short game of just a couple. And the best defense for Carroll College is just keeping their offense on the field and keeping Quinn McQuarrie off the field. Boy, the numbers that he has put up this season are just, twice this year. Quinn McQuarrie has been named the NAIA National Player of the Week. Major Ali is coming back in for Ryan Walsh.
And you can see why. You just saw that third down throw he made just moments ago to get the ball to midfield. That was the spark.
In traffic.
Yep, in traffic.
Double coverage.
Right down the field, in the middle of the field, and from there on, Tech took it right on into the end zone.
Second down and 8. Dots on the left side. Major Ali tries the left side after the 30. Major Ali near the 35-yard line. Short of the first down, but a pickup of 5 yards for Major Ali, who averages more than 5 yards a carry. And he's rushed for 365 coming in.
Connor,
you don't want to give, Montana Tech the ball back, and they could take the lead here.
Absolutely. Connor winds in on that tackle. You're right. Carroll's got to get a couple first downs, run this clock down if nothing else, run the clock out.
Well, you talk about their offense, but what Connor Wines has done defensively for Tech has been outstanding. Third down and 2. Reese Hibble out of the shotgun. Major Ali for the first down. He gets it.
That's a big
Ali to the 37-yard line.
That's a bigger play than what you might think. Actually, it keeps that clock moving. Tackle made by Will Davey, but for Ali, he needed 2 yards. He got 3, and it moves the sticks. Gives Carroll a fresh set of downs. Keeps the clock going.
Tech wins their first 4 games this year. They did not have a close game at all. The Rocky game, well, that was 34-7 going into the third, and Rocky scored 3 late touchdowns to make it 34-28. But an upset last week by Western, 42-35, and here they are, down 10-6 to a 1-4 Carroll College team. The Saints on first down. They're going to go with a little razzle-dazzle play, and around the corner, around the 40, and knocked out of bounds.
I'll try and get his number. It may have been Arnson around the tail end there, Ryan. We'll get it here.
And on the end around, I believe it was Arnson. The numbers for Carroll College from our perspective up here, almost impossible to read. It's going to be second down and 7 from the 40-yard line for the Saints. Hibble Out of the shotgun, got Dawson back with him. Keep it on the ground and across the 45-yard line, and that's Arnson on the carry. Ryan Arnson from Helena High. You know, the 17 school records that Ryan Arnson set while playing for his dad, Tony, the most impressive, how about 280 carries in high school and never once fumbling the football.
How's 4 look now?
Oh, maybe he was scared to fumble with his dad as a coach. Not sure. His dad, Tony Arnson, with 194 wins, now tied with Jim Stanton of Billings Central for the most wins among active Montana High School coaches. Carroll quickly to the line on 3rd down, needing a yard, and the ball is fumbled, and it's picked up, and I believe the Saints may have it. Carroll College, Hibble was back, and the Saints will take over, and this is huge. Tech will have the football at the 40-yard line. Tech down 10-6, and boy, what a costly turnover for the Saints of Carroll College. And the Diggers have 40 yards to go, 60 seconds left to take the lead at halftime. Last time these two teams played back on August 31st, it was tied at halftime. We were tied at 21, and Tech won that game 45-28. Fike is back with Quinn McQuarrie. They only bring 3. McQuarrie, pass is caught. Chris Kelly, first down to the 27-yard line. "54 seconds left to be played, and Montana Tech does not have any timeouts here. They work from the 27-yard line. McQuarrie going to go to the end zone. No, Dion Williams had an opportunity. Dion Williams almost made a spectacular catch in the end zone. Wow. Dion Williams, 39 receptions, over 500 yards on the season for Dion Williams. McQuarrie, 13 of 18 for 194 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. 39 seconds left to be played here in the first half, and what a first half it's been on the SWX Game of the Week. McQuarrie looking for Fike, right side, flushed out, takes a hit, still gets rid of the football. It's incomplete. Wow, great defensive pursuit on the part of the Saints, and on the incomplete pass, the clock will stop with 32 seconds left to be played. On the First Interstate Bank halftime report, we'll visit with the Carroll College women's and men's college coaches. 3rd down and 10. They have the wind to their back. A field goal attempt here would be about 45 yards. McQuarrie on 3rd and long. Look at the time he's got. Now McQuarrie's flushed out. Now McQuarrie's going down. Peyton Sexy in on the sack. Peyton Sexy out of CMR. When his mom, Sarah Sexy, got engaged to Doug Sexy, Sarah went to her grandmother and said, "Grandma, should I keep my maiden name or take my married name?" Grandma whispered to her, "Take your married name. Then you'll be sexy for the rest of your life." It's halftime. And the Saints out on top of the Ore Diggers 10-6, but wait, there's no time on the clock. But the officials are going to ask for some more time. It is not halftime yet. They're going to put some more time on the clock. 3 seconds will be put on the clock here. And the Montana Tech Ore Diggers, well, that puts them out of field goal range on the sack by Peyton Sexy. That would be a 55-yard field goal attempt for Derek Holt. His long on the year 30. Holt 3 of 4, and Well, we're not going to see Holt attempt a 55-yarder.
No, they're going to throw it in the end zone.
So here's Quinn McQuarrie to put it in the end zone. They're only going to rush 2. Quinn McQuarrie airs it out to the corner of the end zone in traffic. It's intercepted. Now it's halftime. No penalty flags. It's 10-6. The first Interstate Bank halftime report up next.
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
Today we're going to talk about trucks. Which of these truck brands do you think offers best-in-class HD horsepower and the most capable off-road mid-size pickup?
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
Let's find out.
Chevy.
That's right, it's Chevy.
They look amazing.
Wow.
Chevy's killing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Trade up to this light-duty Silverado All-Star and get a total value of over $11,200. Or during Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular Chevy trucks. Chevy, the #1 automotive brand in Montana.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together.
Together.
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
There's a place where higher education starts at a higher elevation and rises from there. Located in the heart of the Rockies, Carroll College raises the bar with small classes taught by award-winning professors, more than 60 majors, minors, and pre-professional programs, and year-round outdoor fun over every horizon. Carroll College, aspire to go higher.
It's hard to be in college and not be focused.
Being an athlete even helps you become more and more focused.
If I don't stay focused, I fall way behind on schoolwork.
A lot of homework on the bus and in hotel room.
This is one of the most formational times in your life, and so it's important to make healthy choices.
Because people who are tobacco-free just do better in school.
I don't use tobacco. I feel like your body is your temple.
I don't think I'd be the person I am today if I had used tobacco products.
I'm focused on a tobacco-free generation.
This is an Abbey pizza. Mushrooms, chicken, roasted red peppers, and olives.
This is the Kendall pizza. Pepperoni, sausage, Canadian bacon, and black olives.
This is the Big Dave and Paula pizza. Mine is chicken and Gouda.
Mine's red sauce, big cheese, big meat, big everything.
Come discover your pizza among the 104,285,000 different combinations, or you can choose one of our 10 signature pizzas on the menu at Bert and Ernie's, located in downtown Helena.
Here at halftime at George Nelson Stadium, and I'm visiting with women's head coach, Carroll College women's head coach Rochelle Sayers. And Coach Sayers, thank you for taking the time to visit with us on a windy afternoon, but a good afternoon for Carroll fans so far.
Great afternoon. We're up 10-6 on Tech. It's exciting.
It's a rivalry not only in football, but I'm sure you in basketball you can attest to the same thing. When anytime these two teams get together, they go after it.
Oh, it is a big-time rivalry, and it's exciting rivalry. It's nice to have the cities get behind the teams and support them, and it's always a good battle of Tech.
So here we're talking about women's basketball, and it is the off season, but it's quickly becoming the season. You just had your first scrimmage of the year, but let's just talk a little bit about the off season. What are the girls doing in the off season to get ready?
Well, we had 10 of our kids here all summer long. We were working out this summer, which was great. It was fun to have them here this summer. They competed in the state games. And they've just been around. They've got a bad taste in their mouth from the finish of last year, and I think they're excited to get going.
You've got a core returning veterans that'll lead you this year, but you also, we talked off the air moments ago, you have some freshmen that are coming in that looks like they're going to be able to contribute as well.
Yeah, I think we have some good freshmen. I'm excited about them. They're very competitive. They've raised the competitiveness of our team, which is always a good thing.
The conference itself obviously is going to be tough. It is year in and year out. The preseason coaches poll has you picked at number 4. We always know that that's just a preseason poll, and who knows what it's going to end up. But you've got some competition definitely this year.
I would like to say thank you on that 4th place pick. I like that. That's fine with me. 1 vote out of 2nd place. But, really, it's on us to do our job, and it's all about winning, and that's what we've talked about all preseason, and whether we're running Guad Hill or in the weight room, it's all about getting the W's this year.
And it is a grind. The season is long, as you know, it can wear out. Just a couple key injuries by any team can change things.
Obviously that's the key. Stay healthy, keep your kids fresh, continue to develop throughout the season, and I think those are the teams that are successful in the end.
Yeah, we mentioned that you had some youth this year. You had youth last year, and they really contributed. Hannah Dean had a great season for you. You just got some kids coming back that can play ball.
We returned 10 that have played a lot of minutes, and I love our freshmen. I love the competitiveness of them. They've raised the competitiveness of our entire team, and I love that. I thought they were good when we recruited them, and they're better than I thought.
And now, to add to that, the NAIA tournament won't be too far away. So I know that's down the road. That's a long ways after conference. But, man, having that in Billings, what does that mean to the Saints?
It means a lot. If you have the opportunity to get there, it means our kids as families all get to go. When you're out in Tennessee or some of those places, it was tough to get out there. I think it's a great home court advantage for our conference. Biggest thing is to get there, and that's our goal. Our goal is to finish strong, which we haven't the last few years. We had great preseasons, had average conference seasons, and not finished the way we need to.
And your ball club definitely, last year, as you mentioned, 8-10 in conference, finished with, I think, 18-13 overall. Those conference games, it just seems like when you're playing those teams 2 and 3 times, it can grind on you.
It is, and we have great coaches, and we have great teams in our conference, so we have to, continue to work hard and get better every week.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time. We look forward to hearing more great things about you. You got a scrimmage coming up at the end of the month, but will that be at the University of Montana, is that correct?
Yeah, we've got 3 of our first 4 games are Division I games. We start at Montana, and we head down to the road and play Pac-12 University of Utah. We've got College Idaho, and then we finish off with Boise State. So hopefully we can stay healthy and survive those and be better for it.
Be stronger in the end. All right. Carroll women's coach, Rochelle Sayers, thank you, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back. Rocky Erickson will be interviewing head coach Carson Cunningham in the men's side in just a moment.
There are some things in life that require, no, demand something special. These are the times when you must seek a steak that is truly worthy of the accomplishment at hand. And when no mere steak will do, the Silver Star Steak Company has your back. They use only the best certified Angus beef, delicately prepared with as much love as your occasion deserves. When you deserve the best, the Silver Star Steak Company has a steak worthy of you.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together.
Together.
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
It's halftime at George Nelson Stadium. The Saints of Carroll College out on top with the 11th ranked Montana Tech Diggers 10-6. But we're not going to talk football right now. We're going to talk men's basketball. With me is Dr. Carson Cunningham, the head coach of the men's program. They just came off two of their best seasons in school history a year ago, 29-6, got the #1 seed to the NAIA National Tournament, the Elite Eight, 2 years in a row. Coach, congratulations. That's 2 unbelievable years.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. We just have really fantastic players. They work really hard, and they like each other. So it makes for a nice combination.
I've never been to the NAIA National Tournament in Kansas City. I've heard a lot of great stories. How would you best describe that national tournament?
It's unbelievable because all 32 teams are in one place. You all generally stay at 1 or 2 hotels, so you're seeing each other all the time. The fans are interacting a ton. And then the games are like a block away from your hotel. So any time of day from 9 a.m. to midnight, because the games often run over time a little bit, you can watch hoops. I mean, if you love basketball, it's just amazing. And then depending on your draw, you might need to win 5 games in 6 days to win the title. So some people consider it the most grueling national basketball tournament in the world.
Tell me about the team that you have this season. You return your leading scorer as well.
Yeah, Ryan Imhoff just had a fantastic year. He's an academic All-American. He'll be up for National Player of the Year. He led us in rebounds and points and blocks. But he's complemented by a bevy of guys who have given us huge minutes over the years. And we know what they contribute. It's huge production. It's just that it might not be 20 points a game. But guys like Ife Kalajaye, Matt Wyman, Laurel Johnson, Oliver Carr, they've been playing huge minutes for us since they were freshmen. And so now they're seniors and juniors. But we got a lot to prove. We weren't even picked to win our league. So we have a lot to prove. Our guys are fired up, and they're really fun to be around. So we'll see what happens. I know they're going to work hard.
One of my favorite high school players to watch over the years, Oliver Carr, but also Dane Warp out of Havre. He's the all-time leading passing leader in football. He scored over 2,000 points in basketball, one of only 2 Montana athletes ever to accomplish that. Tell us about Havre's Dane Warp.
He's an awesome person to be around. He wants to be a cardiologist. He's a pre-med major. He does amazing in school. He shot over 90% from the free throw line. He shot over 55% from the field, and he shot over 45% from 3. So, maybe I should play him more. And he still averaged over 5 points. He's just on a really deep team. He's a fantastic player, and we're going to ask him to do more this year. I think he's ready for the challenge.
Just make sure Mike Van Dies don't have him come on the football team. That's what you got to do.
That's right.
Now, Coach has also written a few books. He's got a very special book coming out very soon called Fallen Stars. Tell us about that.
Well, it looks at the lives of 5 American athletes who died in military service. So it starts with Ham Fish, who was the first Rough Rider killed in the Spanish-American War. And then it goes to Hobie Baker, which the Heisman equivalent for college hockey is named to this day after Hobie Baker. He died in World War I. Niall Kinnick, World War II. He's the only Heisman Trophy winner to die in World War II. And then Bob Kalsu, Vietnam. He was the only NFL player killed in Vietnam. and the book ends by taking a look at Pat Tillman. So it was a very moving project. It was emotional, and I hope people enjoy it. I just was moved by the story of Pat Tillman when I was a young adult, and I just thought, why don't I try to put a book together about guys who lived a somewhat similar experience. So I hope people dig it, but yeah, I appreciate you mentioning it.
Coming up this next Saturday, Carroll College men's basketball have their first game as they take on Rimrock Christian School out of Billings, Montana. Halftime, 10-6, Saints out on top. We'll have quarter number 3 coming up right after this. Yellowstone Baptist College.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
In 1968, Homer Scott Sr. purchased a small bank in Sheridan, Wyoming. That endeavor was the start of First Interstate Bank. Homer knew that the bank would only be as strong as the communities it served. Today, Homer's credo still holds true. First Interstate has donated more than $50 million and 154,000 volunteer hours to nonprofit organizations and the communities it serves. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
Today we're going to talk about trucks.
Right on.
Which of these truck brands do you think offers best-in-class HD horsepower and the most capable off-road mid-size pickup?
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
Let's find out.
Chevy.
That's right. It's Chevy.
They look amazing.
Wow.
Chevy's killing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Trade up to this light-duty Silverado All-Star and get a total value of over $11,200. Or during Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular Chevy trucks. Chevy, the #1 automotive brand in Montana.
Welcome back to Nelson Stadium on the campus of Carroll College in Helena, Montana. Joe McMahon with you. Rocky Erickson will be joining us shortly, just finishing his visit with Dr. Carson Cunningham, the head coach of the men's team here, men's basketball team here at Carroll. And we also thank head coach Rochelle Sayers, the women's coach, for joining us at halftime, both the basketball coaches here at Carroll, getting ready for the 2017-18 basketball season. We do have some first half statistics. I'll go through a few of those. As you can see, the score 10-6 Carroll with the lead. They went up 10-0 at one point. Carroll, or Montana Tech, went down the field and scored late in the first half to make it a 10-6 game. The extra point was no good, and then they got the ball back on a fumble recovery, but Montana Tech could not punch the football into the end zone, and time expired to end the first half. So first downs for both teams. Montana Tech 8 in the game thus far. Carroll with 11. But really, we had talked about this. Rocky and I had in the first half, the overall statistic that jumps off the page as you look at this is time of possession for Carroll College. They've had the football offensively for 18 minutes, over 18 minutes, and for Montana Tech about 9.5 minutes. So Carroll twice the amount of time with the football, and that's accounted for being able to hold the Tech offense down, a team that's coming in averaging a lot of points every football game, well over 35 points a game. Total yards for both teams in the first half, pretty close. Montana Tech 201 yards, and the 201 yards total in the first half, and for Carroll College, they have 179 total yards. So it's fairly balanced as far as that goes. Rushing yards, Carroll actually 90 yards running the football. And Montana Tech, when you add in all the sacks that have happened and the pressures, just -6 total yards offensively. Carroll has done a great job on Jed Fike, the leading rusher in the conference for Montana Tech. Right now, he has 7 carries for just 11 yards in the football game thus far. And again, He's been averaging 150 yards per game, as Rocky mentioned before the game got started today. So defensively, Carroll has done a great job with that. We do have a few replays. We'll take a look at some first half highlights, and we'll roll with that here in just a second. Carroll College, as we mentioned, their rival is Montana Tech. Here's one of the first replays we can show you, and this is a touchdown for Carroll College. This was the first touchdown of the game. Eric Dawson took the direct snap out of the Wildcat formation, faked the handoff. They'll run him out of that position from time to time, and he took it in for Carroll's first score. And then a Tech highlight. This is the Tech touchdown, a run-in by Fike from 2 yards out. Now, he had injured his foot, his ankle, earlier in the game, and we weren't sure if he was going to get back out on the field, but came back out, was able to run it in from 2 yards out to make it, at that point, it was 10-6. And this is Reese Hibble, the redshirt freshman, pressed into action due to the injury to Gustafson, completing the ball and getting some yardage up the left side. That was Ryan Walsh, who came out of the backfield uncovered, and they were able to move the football up the field. So there's another highlight for Carroll. And for Montana Tech, McQuarrie, who's had a pretty good game, pretty solid thus far. He did throw that last interception right at the end of the first half, but that was an up-for-grabs throw into the end zone. But on this particular play, he was Deion Williams, I believe, with the catch. Came up the sideline. It was number 29 who made that catch, and that was Maddox. But for Carroll College, it's been a first half where they've played pretty well in spurts. They gave up some yardage late in the game, and it's 10-6. And Rocky, you made her back up.
Derek Holt getting set on the kickoff, and the Saints of Carroll College will get the football first. And not a bad kick against the wind. It's taken on the 10-yard line. The return out near the 25. I got to be honest with you, Joe. I've met a lot of coaches over the years, and that's the first time I've met a college basketball coach who's written 5 books.
Yep.
I mean, how impressive is that? Dr. Carson Cunningham, and boy, what a job he's done here at Carroll College. The last 2 years, they've advanced to the Elite Eight of the NAIA National Tournament. And
well, he took a program that had won maybe 3 games the year before he arrived, and he's gradually done that with them. He's turned it around. It's been phenomenal.
I told him I'll buy his new book, Fallen Stars. First down and 10 for the Saints.
Hardcover.
They lead 10-6. They're going to keep it on the ground on the first carry. And a gain of just a few. And you got to wonder what adjustments are going to be made. Coach Morrell from Tech, and what Coach Van Diest had to say to his team. And, you know, what a defensive effort on the part of the Saints in that first half. And how about Hibble? Are you kidding me? His first college start, redshirt freshman, and going up against the 11th ranked team in the nation. He's been outstanding.
He has. Yeah, you have to. Van Diest has to be very pleased with his performance. He's been poised. You know, we haven't seen him panic, and you would expect that from a redshirt freshman thrown into a game like this.
Major Ali is back with Hibble. Second down and 7. Hibble wants to go to the air, flushed out. Hibble throws on the run. Pass is caught short of the first down. It's going to be third down coming out from the 30-yard line.
And that was
Sipes
with the catch that time. But, again, nice job by Hibble. And the offensive line, we haven't given enough credit, or I haven't, to them. Here's the replay. You can see as he rolls to his right, some pressure coming up the middle. But he had time to throw that football. He got out of the pocket and made a nice throw on the run. But I started to say their offensive line, Carroll's offensive line, has played pretty well, Rocky.
They've been outstanding. Big third down play coming out of the locker room to start this third quarter. You don't want to go 3 and out here. Reese Hibble, Star Valley High School, Afton, Wyoming. Hibble in trouble. Hibble takes a hit. Hibble's going down. He'll lose a yard, and the Saints will have to punt it away.
Yeah, Levi Dawes in on that tackle. He got the sack, the hometown Helena kid, from his defensive end position, and a big one it was. Carroll's going to punt the football away. They will have the wind to their back as they punt this ball, so they should be able to. Torgerson should be able to get some good distance here. But for Carroll College, it's not how they wanted to start that first possession of the second half.
Torgerson coming in, averaging 42 yards a kick, 9th best in the nation. This is with the win. And Lindy's brought one back this year. Lindy calls for a fair catch at the 25-yard line. And I think this possession right here for Tech and for the Carroll College Saints defense is the biggest possession of the game. It's the first possession for Montana Tech here in the second half. They only scored 6 points in that first half. A team, and it averages 49 points a game. And they had 201 yards of offense, and they averaged 575. So this is, will they make a statement here on their first possession of the second half? Fake the handoff. Sullivan makes the catch on the sidelines. First down. near the 40-yard line. That was quick.
Yeah, that was very quick. They got the ball out quickly to the side. And the first time these two teams met, the second half, the adjustments, the advantage went to Montana Tech, and they were able to make adjustments and move the football.
Injured player down in that first half. Quinn McQuarrie, 14 of 22, picked off once, but as Joe mentioned, I mean, that was a Hail Mary in the end zone with 3 seconds left. 207 yards in the game, and time of possession, Joe. I mean, that is just simply.
It's double for Carroll.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, 18 minutes to 9 minutes, and Mike Van Dies is going to come over and check on his injured player all the way across the sidelines, and that is the biggest stat without question in the first half. We're going to take a break. Be back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Christy.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy. Natural gas appliances provide wonderful benefits when used properly.
But faulty or improperly maintained devices can cause carbon monoxide poisoning. Keep your family safe
By installing carbon monoxide detectors on every level of your house. And make sure your gas appliances are properly vented. If your carbon monoxide alarm goes off,
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy. Together,
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
Opportunity is everywhere. That is why I love my job at Opportunity Bank of Montana. I get to help my neighbors with business and agriculture loans, including new equipment loans. I understand that people need a bank they can rely on. You see, I grew up here with the eastern high plains out our front door and the crazy mountains in our backyard. Come see me, Brandy, or one of my colleagues at Opportunity Bank of Montana. Your local bank, your opportunity.
EBMS was founded in 1980 to ensure Montana companies could provide health benefits that were both beneficial and affordable. That vision hasn't changed, it's just grown. I joined EBMS more than 20 years ago, and I'm proud to have been part of this growth. Today, more than 300 team members join me at EBMS to offer on-site clinics, wellness, prescription programs, and a full array of benefit services. We've emerged as an industry leader and one of Montana's premier employers.
Join a dynamic organization that offers career growth, exceptional benefits, and support for community involvement. EBMS.
With the catch, and that's going to be enough for the first down, and this drive that we're witnessing here from the Orediggers of Montana Tech, this is the team that won their first 4 games and averaged 53 points a game during that winning streak. McQuarrie, first down and 10, and that pass is caught as well by Kelly, and all of a sudden, that quick, Joe, the Tech Orediggers are at the 33-yard line at Carroll College, and that did not take any time at all.
No, they went their first possession. They're heading right down the field. It looks like a team that scores 49 points a game. You're right, Rocky.
Very, very impressive. Deion Williams put out wide to the right side, looking left. Pass is caught again, and that's going to be Chris Lawrence. And his Saints defense literally has no answer for what we're witnessing in the first possession for Montana Tech here in quarter number 3. The Saints, they had to be a little bit embarrassed offensively in that first half, only scoring 1 touchdown and just 6 points. Another first down of this drive. Here comes Fike. That's his first carry. Gets to the 23-yard line, a gain of 5. Fike's been over 100 yards in all 5 games this season. And in that first half, Fike only had 11 yards on 7 carries.
Quaid with the tackle that time, but it looks like they're just this fast-paced offense. Carroll's on their toes.
I mean, you want to talk fast-paced. It's incredible. Lawrence makes the catch at the 18-yard line. They're not taking any time at all. It's not just a no-huddle, but they simply just line up.
Right. And why is that tough for Carroll? It's tough because you can't get your substitutes out there. They don't allow it. They're at the line of scrimmage snapping the football. So defensively, you can't make those adjustments.
Quinn McQuarrie on 3rd down and short. Give it to Fike. Fike caught. No, McQuarrie will keep it. And McQuarrie gets the first down. McQuarrie out near the 15-yard line.
Yep.
Where was this offense at in the first half? This is not what they were doing.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, they were much more deliberate. Tucker Johnson made the tackle that time for Carroll, but the Saints are on their heels right now, and Carroll's got to make the next adjustment to get this stopped. But again, the pace right now is giving Carroll fits.
It's super fast. First down and 10. Montana Tech, unbelievable. Deion Williams to the right side with Sean Sullivan. McQuarrie looking right to Deion Williams in the end zone. He makes the catch, and Montana Tech has taken the lead. A 15-yard passing touchdown.
I think that was Isaiah King back there with him. We'll get it on the replay here, but whoever it was, the corner, he just got turned around on that. It was number 4, Isaiah King. And Williams caught the ball, a perfectly thrown ball by McQuarrie. They went right down the field. Just still 10:42 to go in the third quarter. It took them no time at all. Chewed it up.
Boy, was that impressive.
It looked like it was a 7-on-5 drill.
And that is his 17th passing touchdown this year for McQuarrie, the 6th reception for Dion Williams. Sullivan to hold. Holt's kick is up and it's good. And the Saints are behind for the first time. We're back with more right after this.
Today we're going to talk about trucks.
Right on.
Which of these truck brands do you think offers best-in-class HD horsepower and the most capable off-road midsize pickup?
I go Ram. I would put it on Ford.
Let's find out.
Chevy.
That's right, it's Chevy.
They look amazing.
Wow.
Chevy's killing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Trade up to this light-duty Silverado All-Star and get a total value of over $11,200. Or during truck month, get 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular Chevy trucks. Chevy, the #1 automotive brand in Montana.
A small steel fabrication plant popped up in the heart of Montana. Over time, they built a reputation as solid as their steel. But growing a business requires flexibility. They needed a bank like First Interstate, able to make quick decisions to help grow their workforce and build a strong foundation. Today, their steel supports more than just buildings. It supports communities throughout the region. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
This is an Abbey pizza. Mushrooms, chicken, roasted red peppers, and olives.
This is the Kendall pizza. Pepperoni, sausage, Canadian bacon, and black olives.
This is the Big Dave and Paula pizza. Mine is chicken and Gouda.
Mine's red sauce, big cheese, big meat, big everything.
Come discover your pizza among the 104,285,000 different combinations, or you can choose one of our 10 signature pizzas on the menu at Bert and Ernie's, located in downtown Helena.
Well, Joe, during the break, you summed up that last drive by Montana Tech perfectly.
Yeah, it's I don't watch a bunch of this, but that reminded me of arena football. I mean, they're playing like their hair's on fire. I mean, they're just moving right on down the field, just boom, 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 and Carroll just never got their feet planted.
Derek Holt to kick off. Diggers got the lead 13-10, and that kick will go into the end zone. That's against the wind, and he put that in the end zone. So first down and 10 for the 25-yard line for the Saints of Carroll College. Their second offensive possession here in the second half. Now, if anybody asks why there's no turf at George Nelson Stadium, well, legendary coach Mike Van Dies prefers grass. It's that simple, right, Joe?
It's that simple. He's telling a boy he grew up around a slag pile, so he thinks this grass is just great, and it's worked well for him in the past. They've won a lot of football games on this stuff, so I think it'll stay that way until Mike's days are done.
I remember when he started in '99 at Vigilante Stadium, where Helena High and Helena Capital play football. Back to throw, Hibble, and the receiver turned a little too late, incomplete. It's going to be second down and 10, and boy, after the Diggers take their first lead, how important is it here, Joe, for the Saints to take some time off the clock as they did in the first half? 18 minutes they had the ball, 9 for Montana Tech in that first half.
Yeah, to stay in the game, they got to do the exact same thing. They have to move the football down the field. They have to move those chains. They have to keep the football a lot longer than Montana Tech has, because Tech doesn't need much time to score. We saw that.
It's going to be second down and 10. And they're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, little or no gain. Maybe a yard there for Carroll College.
Tyler Sanders, the defensive lineman, made the initial stop that time. He had a lot of help from Montana Tech, from his Montana Tech teammates. But Tech just looks to be a step quicker right now on the line of scrimmage.
This is a big play here. And on the carry was Major Ali. Reese Hibble, 8 of 14. 93 yards, third down and 9. Major Ali is back with a redshirt freshman from Star Valley High School in Afton, Wyoming. Hibble.
Pressure coming.
Looking right, throws over the middle. The throw is short, but it's picked up. Seitz makes the catch and gets it first down. And what an amazing catch that was for Shane Sipes, the redshirt freshman out of California. That was outstanding.
Oh, my gosh.
We watched the Opportunity Bank replay, and that ball was short, and he bobbled it.
Yep.
And Sipes was able to bring it in on 3rd down and long.
You're running a crossing route, and you reach down below your knees and pull that thing in with a cornerback on your heels. That's a darn good catch.
Big first down for Carroll College here. First down and 10, 46-yard line. And they keep it on the ground. And a gain of about 5. Ryan Arnson out of Helena High.
So it's really been a two-man running game. They haven't really given the ball to Ryan Walsh much. It's been Arnson and also Major Ali running the football, and it's paid pretty good dividends for Carroll. They've been able to move the football. As we mentioned, they outgained Montana Tech on the ground in the first half.
2nd down and 5 from the 49-yard line. The Saints had the lead up until just moments ago. Major Ali. Ali for a couple. 3rd down coming up again here for Carroll College.
Brock Pauley on the tackle for Montana Tech, and a huge 3rd down right here. 3rd and a long 3 for the Saints at midfield. They got that big 3rd down catch just a moment ago, and it's going to be other players need to make those plays as well. Let's see what Coach Hallett, the offensive coordinator, longtime offensive coordinator for Carroll, has on his plan sheet for this play.
Fewest points scored by Montana Tech this season, 34 in that win over Rocky in Billings, 34-28, and that was on SWX. 3rd down and 4, and the quarterback flushed out of the pocket. Hibble dives for the first down. He's going to be short, about 2 yards short near the 45-yard line.
Great reaction by Nick Amistoy. The linebacker came up and got him on the ground before he got to the sticks. And Hibble realized quickly he had nothing, and the pocket was collapsing. They sent 6. That's why he got out of there quickly. And he got it across midfield, but not quite deep enough. And looks like Carroll's going to punt the ball away, Rocky.
Torgensen to punt. They don't have anybody back.
Well, the back judge, Joe Merritt, could field this, but that would be, I don't know if Joey do that.
4th down and 2. Nobody back to return the kick. Torgensen gets the kickoff, and it will go in the end zone, and Carroll College tried to rush and get it inside the 5, so Montana Tech did not need a return man.
Nope.
7:18 left to be played. This is quarter number 3. Tech leads 13-10.
In 1968, Homer Scott Sr. purchased a small bank in Sheridan, Wyoming. That endeavor was the start of First Interstate Bank. Homer knew that the bank would only be as strong as the communities it served. Today, Homer's credo still holds true. First Interstate has donated more than $50 million and 154,000 volunteer hours to nonprofit organizations and the communities it serves. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
There's a place where higher education starts at a higher elevation and rises from there. Located in the heart of the Rockies, Carroll College raises the bar with small classes taught by award-winning professors, more than 60 majors, minors, and pre-professional programs, and year-round outdoor fun over every horizon. Carroll College, aspire to go higher.
EBMS was founded in 1980 to ensure Montana companies could provide health benefits that were both beneficial and affordable. That vision hasn't changed, it's just grown. I joined EBMS more than 20 years ago, and I'm proud to have been part of this growth. Today, more than 300 team members join me at EBMS to offer on-site clinics, wellness, prescription programs, and a full array of benefit services. We've emerged as an industry leader and one of Montana's premier employers.
Join a dynamic organization that offers career growth, exceptional benefits, and support for community involvement. EBMS.
Big sack by Peterson over the middle in traffic. Incomplete, long 3rd down coming up. I'd like to welcome our network affiliates to today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima, Washington. We're happy to have you enjoying this game with us. 3rd down and long. It's going to be 3rd down and 17.
Yeah, big play here for both teams. Tech offensively, they want to convert, keep their offense on the field, not get Carroll the ball back in great field position because they'd be punting into the wind. For Carroll, they want to do just the opposite, stop it and get their offense back on the field.
McQuarrie's got time, airs it out deep, and Leon Williams comes back to make the catch, but a penalty flag. No, the catch is not made. Dion Williams was not able to make the catch, but a flag is down, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be pass interference, and it's going to go against the Saints of Carroll College, and that was just a wobbly duck on the pass, and that ball landed in the dirt. Williams did not make the catch. But the penalty against Carroll College.
But it's are they crediting him with that catch? Because the penalty would be from the line of scrimmage, correct?
What is this, the NFL?
Right. That's what I'm saying is that I think they credited him with the catch. They declined the penalty.
They had to.
They credited him with the catch, and you're right on the replay. I don't think he caught that ball.
That ball hit the dirt.
Yeah, we don't. They can't buzz up to us and have us look at it for him. But yeah.
Bad break for Carroll College. First down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Fake the handoff to Fike through the air. Dion Williams, and he can fly. Williams, nice run after the catch inside Saints territory. At the 46-yard line, what a weapon. Number 81, Dion Williams.
Yeah, they just find so many ways to get him the football, which they should when you've got a kid of that talent on your team. McBride Galt there with the tackle.
And that pass is going to be caught out near the 40-yard line, and that's Chris Kelly, his 16th catch on the season. And again, that super quick lineup, and it's not giving the Saints any opportunity for any substitutions at all, and that's going to be offsides against Montana Tech.
Yeah, their pace that time a little too quick for number 73, their right guard, Kellen Davis. He jumped offside, so they'll back it up, and that'll give Carroll a chance to catch their breath. But you can see they get Carroll on their heels, and they just push it, and it seems like the next play's just a little bit even faster, Rocky. They are well-versed in this.
Up next for Montana Tech at home against MSU Northern. They put up a school record 70 in week 2 against the Lights, winning 70-27. For Carroll, they'll be in Billings at Rocky. And they beat Rocky earlier. No, they lost to Rocky 40-14 in week number 2. SWX will be in Dillon. Montana Western up against the College of Idaho. Wide open. Dion Williams at the 35-yard line. And that's going to be a first down. And, Joe, how can their leading receiver be that wide open?
Chandler Arbazani had the coverage that time. They had 5 men in the pattern, so they spread Carroll defensively out. That's why he had that individual coverage, and he had such a cushion.
Arbazani's granddad taught at Billings Christian School with my wife. Nobody could pronounce his name, so he was just Mr. A to everybody.
You watched Tech last week with Western. Did they play with the same sense of urgency? Nothing
not
like
with
that?
This type of tempo.
Nope.
They did not go with this type of tempo at all. First down and 10. Into round, and that's going to be a big loss. And going nowhere, Levi Lindy had nowhere to go. And how about that defensive play for the Saints of Carroll College?
Great play out on the edge that time, reading it perfectly. We'll see it on the replay. Here comes Lindy with the football. But from the defensive line, comes shooting through. And that was number 91 with that tackle for Carroll College. That's Bastarika.
Second down and forever here. And a penalty flag, offsides.
So a couple of penalties have at least given Carroll a chance to catch their breath, and I think you're right. This one's false start. This one's going against Montana Tech.
Boy, they're moving further back. To get a first down for Montana Tech, they've got to get to the 25-yard line.
They need 20,
and now they're back at the 49.
They need 26 yards here. So Carroll, 3 men on the line of scrimmage. They're showing they're just going to rush 3 and cover, but we'll see. No, they're going to bring a linebacker.
McQuarrie on third down and a mile. Sullivan's open and makes the catch, short of the first down, but a big gain and third down coming up. Again, it looks like the Saints are playing prevent and those receivers are open.
And McQuarrie's finding them.
Back.
Oh, it's coming back again. You're right. Another penalty flag, and Tech's going the wrong direction one more time. But, yeah, Carroll's just backing up and giving them a lot of cushion.
Peyton Sexy will come back in for the Saints of Carroll College. His dad, Doug, played for the Montana Grizzlies, may or may not have played for the Dallas Cowboys.
But he's unsure that he forgot. What happened? Have a blackout? Or
Second down, what's the scoreboard say? 36? Well, at least that. They got to get to the 25-yard line.
Second and a bus ride.
McQuarrie may pass. Pump fake, they're going to go on the ground to Fike. Fike hit at the line, and Fike breaks a tackle or two. And Fike picks up 6 yards, the 46-yard line.
McBride Galt came up to make the tackle, but the Fike is elusive. He is quick, keeps those feet going. You're going to have to get him around the waist to bring him down. You're not going to ankle tackle this kid.
The PA announcer simply says 3rd and long. It's actually 3rd down and 30 for Montana Tech. Saints want the ball back. They're behind. 13-10. What a great game. McQuarrie's got 3 wide receivers left side. McQuarrie airs it out deep near Dion Williams. A lot of contact, double coverage, incomplete.
Right.
And Carroll College is going to get it back. Wow. You had a collision with 4 players there that went down.
That was quite a convergence of players over there. And we got a Saint football player hurt over there. I'm not sure who it is, but it was Isaiah King who got in there to break that pass up for Carroll College. We can watch it on the replay here and see if we can pick up who it is on the ground. King jumps right up, but the other DB is still down over there. They're helping him off the field. Here he comes right now. Trainers are helping him.
Our game of the week. Sponsors include Opportunity Bank, the Montana Chevy dealers, Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Northwestern Energy, Les Schwab Tire, and First Interstate Bank.
Tech at the line of scrimmage ready to snap a play, but you really can't until they get this player for Carroll off the field. It might be McBride Galt coming off limping.
Derek Holt set to punt for Montana Tech. Tech, they were ranked 5th last week, got upset by Montana Western, and they dropped in the poll to 11th this week. Snap back, rugby-style kick. Holt gets a beautiful kickoff. And it's taken on the 13-yard line. And Major Ali gets out near the 25-yard line. And Carroll College back with the football. The most interesting stat of the first half, time of possession.
Yeah.
Carroll College, 18 minutes, 22 seconds. And Montana Tech, 9:37, almost twice as much time for Carroll College in that first half. And at the break, Carroll out on top of Tech, 10-6.
10-6, and they dodged a bullet right at the end of the first half, where Tech got the fumble recovery rocky, and they were on the verge of scoring again.
And what a great job at his first college start for Reese Hibble, the redshirt freshman out of Afton, Wyoming. Fake the handoff, pass is caught, and Scythe breaks through. And wow, he got hit 2 or 3 times and still able to make 6 or 7 yards. Who knows? After Hibble's career, he may become even more famous at Star Valley than Rulon Gardner.
He could. Absolutely. This might be
that
might be the breaking out. Well, I don't think he's going to be a heavyweight Olympic wrestler, but you never know. Levi Dawes in on that tackle for Montana Tech. And Carroll trying to answer Montana Tech's drive that put him in the end zone and got the lead. Carroll knows they got to stay close here.
2nd down and 7. Hibble throws over the middle, deflected, intercepted. And Montana Tech has the football back off the deflection and getting the pick, Zach Morris out of Anaheim Hills, California. But the receiver unable to catch it. And let's watch here. The ball came off a deflection.
It was Sipes.
And that's how Montana Tech got the interception.
Yep, Sipes, the ball hit him. He couldn't bring it in. It bounced up, and the defender was right there, number 14, Morris for Montana Tech, and came up with a huge turnover. I was just about to say Reese Hibble really hasn't made a mistake, and still that pass.
That wasn't his mistake.
No, that pass was on the money. It just turned out the run. You can see an interception in his stat sheet, but it really wasn't on him.
Huge break for Montana Tech. They'll start their drive at the 27-yard line. And pass complete. And that goes out to Chris Kelly. Well, we have not seen Jed Fike get a lot of carries here this afternoon. The leading rusher in the nation, and Fike with just 22 yards.
Tucker Johnson with another tackle for Carroll.
Back to throw McQuarrie, and that was batted down.
Yep. David Anderson, I believe, got his hands up and knocked that ball down.
That was a very athletic play.
Reese Quaid it was.
Boy, David Anderson, he's been in a lot of great defensive plays in the game. Watch
I got the wrong one. It was Reese Quaid, I think, who got his hand up that time. Yeah, it was. It was Reese. But, yeah, he's had a phenomenal football game thus far.
3rd down and long. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Holt in that first half had his first field goal of the season. He was good from 29 yards out. If they come up short here, this would be about a 37-yard field goal attempt. 3 wide receivers will go to the right side. Fake the handoff. Deion Williams makes the catch, 30-25-yard line, and Deion Williams will not get the first down.
Great job that time. He didn't make the tackle. He made the initial hit and slowed him down. That's Isaiah King. He came up from his safety position and just smacked Deion Williams as soon as he made the catch. So it's 4th down. What happens here? They're going to keep their offense on the field. They'd be looking at, let's see, 25. So, yeah, 42-yarder.
But on 4th down and 6, Montana Tech's going to go for it. Are they going to try to draw him off sides?
I think they're going to snap this football. I think that's they're just getting some final instructions from their side before McQuarrie calls for the ball.
McQuarrie on 4th down, looking left. McQuarrie flushed out of the pocket. McQuarrie on 4th down, throws on the run. It's incomplete, pass interference, and move the chains. That'll be a 1st down on the penalty for Montana Tech. Another big break here for the Diggers.
Yeah, defensively, the defender came up for Carroll and got there just a touch early as McQuarrie scrambles to his left, throws back to his right, and he came up over the top, made contact. The official said made a contact before the ball arrived. It's never a good time for a penalty, but oh my word, that would have been Carroll football for the Saint fans. That was a huge one.
96 seconds left to be played here in the 3rd, 13-10. Montana Tech out on top.
The fans do not agree.
1st and 10, Montana Tech at the 15-yard line.
Good football game, Rocky. Back
Great
and forth.
game.
They're punching each other in the mouth. This is Tech Carroll football at its finest right here.
It was 45-28. Tech imbued back on August 31st. Sean Sullivan in motion. McQuarrie and another penalty flag.
Yeah, this might be against the white and green. It is. A false start on Montana Tech. They said number 78 flag for that one.
Joe, we had more penalties here in the 3rd quarter than we had in the entire first half.
Yeah, it seems like the Linden has been on the ground a lot today for the officials, especially in the second half.
Puts them back to the 20-yard line. 1st down and 15. Now they want 2 more seconds put on the clock to 1:36. Hey, the booth next to us has a shade. How come we don't have a shade, Joe?
They have food and wine. We don't have either one of those.
We're out of the wind, though.
I got water.
1st down and 15 for the 20-yard line. For the Diggers, they've got the lead. McQuarrie looking into the end zone. McQuarrie does not get sacked, unloads the football, it's incomplete, and what a scramble for Quinn McQuarrie out of Manhattan, Montana.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
I thought he was going to run.
Yeah, well, he was. And what's happening today is he hasn't run for many yards. And the reason being, Carroll's got a spy on him all the time. Watch, when they snap the football, one of their linebackers just hangs behind the line of scrimmage, and his job is to make sure McQuarrie doesn't take off, and then he'll rush. But that's why he's not going anywhere right now. Carroll's done a great job of defending that.
2nd down and 15. Notice that Tech's not in that hurry-up offense anymore like they were on their first possession of this second half.
No more arena ball.
McQuarrie, boy, he's got all day. Now he's flushed out. Now he throws it in the end zone. He threw it away.
Yeah.
Third down and long coming up for Montana Tech.
That one went over to the Cub Scouts. But, yeah, he's surveying the field, and Carroll defensively. What's going on right here is McQuarrie doesn't have a lot of field to play with. It's a shortened field. They're down inside the 20-yard line. So for Carroll defensively, it's a little easier to cover when the yardage is much less.
Third down and 15 coming out for the Montana Tech Ore Diggers, the 11th ranked team in the nation.
And I think Fike's probably hurt more than we think he is. They really have not featured him much since he got injured. He's still out there, but they haven't given him the ball out.
McQuarrie on third down and long. McQuarrie to the left side, incomplete. Another pass interference call coming against Carroll College. The intended receiver was Chris Lawrence.
So we'll wait and see, but it looks like possibly a pass interference on Carroll College as McQuarrie sets up, looks over his left shoulder, and definite contact there. Yep, the officials will let you get away with a little of it, but that might have been too much, and I think that was number 23, Drew Melton.
Automatic first down. It's going to be first and goal.
That's two.
From the 10-yard line, and boy, the Saints.
Yep, two of those on this drive, Rocky.
That hurts.
Yep.
A minute 17 left to be played here in the third quarter.
This is a slugfest right now.
Yeah, Jed Fike has hardly had any carries at all since he injured his ankle.
He had that 2-yard touchdown run, but not much since then. There he is.
And Fike will get the call here. Fike down inside the 5-yard line. Nice run, a 6-yard pickup for Jed Fike. His biggest game this year was in week 2 against MSU Northern. He rushed for 192 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 153, and that is the best in the nation so far this year.
You saw on the replay, he just hesitated just for a second and then accelerated through that gap before he was brought down.
From the 4-yard line, pass caught. Chris Kelly into the end zone, a 4-yard touchdown for the Diggers.
So credit the Diggers for sticking with it. For Carroll, it was a couple of pass interference penalties on late down situations that really spilled their doom on this drive for Montana Tech, kept the drive alive for the Ore Diggers. They had them stopped both times, but their secondary committed pass interference offenses.
And Holt is on for the PAT. Tech has scored twice. Remember, Carroll College scored the first 2 scores of the game, a touchdown and a field goal. They led 10-0 before the Ore Diggers got on the scoreboard. Sullivan to hold, and line drive kick is good. It's 20-10. Tech leads. On the Montana Tobacco quit line scoreboard, Montana Tech comes in 4-1 on the season. Carroll College 1-4. Tech has not won here in Helena since 2015, when they won 42-7. And checking on Quinn McQuarrie's numbers, he's putting the ball up 42 times already here in the third quarter, 29 of 42 for 339 yards. So McQuarrie, for the 6th time this year, over 300 yards. He came into the game averaging 38 passing attempts, but again, with Fike being hurt a bit in that first half, they went through the air and very successful. Now, last week, McQuarrie, in the first 4 games this season, only had 3 interceptions. In that loss in Dillon against Montana Western, he threw for 302 and a touchdown, but he had 3 interceptions in that game. He threw a pick in the first half, but that was a desperation Hail Mary with 3 seconds to go in the second. So an amazing season continues for Quinn McQuarrie. He may be over 400 for the first time this season.
You know, we had mentioned after their first touchdown, Tech's first touchdown, that extra point they missed might come back to haunt them. It is now still a 2-score game. It's a 10-point advantage for Montana Tech. So Carroll, still plenty of time here. But McQuarrie, as you mentioned, has thrown the ball out, I think, 20 times here in the third quarter.
Holt getting set on the kickoff as the ball blows off the tee. SWX will be back in Dillon next Saturday. Montana Western at home up against the College of Idaho. Had Nate Simpkins on my sports show this week. wide receiver, redshirt freshman out of Dillon for Western. His brother, MJ Simpkins, a safety, a senior, passed away on his birthday, May 30th, in a house fire, and they're honoring MJ Simpkins with his initials on their helmet this season at Montana Western. And from the 5-yard line,
Arnson.
The Saints on the return across the 20, across the 25, knocked out at the 30. And now can Carroll College come back? They have not scored in this game since the 5:58 mark of the second. 3 straight touchdowns have been scored by Montana Tech, and the Diggers out on top 20-10.
Well, you remember that last drive for Montana Tech started with an interception by their defense on a tip ball, and they took advantage of it on a short field, took the ball down, and were aided by a couple of penalties on Carroll College on their secondary. But they made full advantage. Carroll was moving the football, and they have moved it a little bit here in the second half. They just haven't been able to sustain that drive and keep it going and keep the Tech offense off the field.
Reese Hibble in his first start, he came into the game 8 of 21, 1 interception. Dawson in motion, and they keep it on the ground, and with the carry is Major Ali, and Ali for maybe a yard.
Yeah, perhaps a yard. He slipped on the cut. He went to plant his right foot and cut back to the left, and he lost his footing, but he did get some positive yardage. But Montana Tech, 4 down linemen right now on defensively, and they are controlling. I don't know if they're winning it every time, but they're hanging on there at the line of scrimmage. They're not letting Carroll push them back 2 to 3 yards off the line as they were in the first half.
They get the playoff with a second left to be played here in the third. Pass complete, and a gain of about 7 on the play, short of the first down. The third quarter has come to an end, and it's 20-10, Tech out on top.
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there are heavy metals, tin and aluminum, lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together,
Together, we can deliver a brighter future.
Nicely done. Walsh.
Walsh made the catch. Saints get the first down. Coming up in the fourth quarter, we'll have the Montana Chevy Dealers play of the game and the Northwestern Energy player of the game, chosen by Joe McMahon.
There you go. Or maybe not. Ryan Walsh that time, nicely run play out of a third down out of the quarter break. They flooded him out of the backfield, ran a little down and out. He needed about 3 yards. He got it. And Reese Hibble threw it right to him.
Saints down 10. Arnson to the right side. Arnson, how about that run? Ryan Arnson for 15 yards. He just lowered his head, and he was not going to be stopped. The true freshman out of Helena High, and watch this, Joe.
Yeah, it's fun to watch him run.
Ryan Arnson to the right side.
He's quick.
Wow, what a great run after that first hit. And the Saints are 46 yards away.
They call him Rai, but this kid can motor. I mean, when he gets to the corner, he's tough to bring down. You better be low.
Inside Tech territory early here in this fourth quarter. They go on the ground again to Ryan Arnson. out to the 40-yard line. And through 3 quarters of play, 335 yards for Montana Tech, 223 for Carroll College.
Nice run again by Arnson. They may start to feature him a little bit. He's hot right now. Ali's coming in right now, but Ryan Arnson deserves to get the football a few more times. He's shown that he's ready to play at this level, and for a true freshman to come in and contribute, that says something.
Boy, what an athlete. He gets it from his mom. 2nd down and 6. From the 40-yard line, 3 wide receivers split out left side, low snap. Hibble over the middle, and pass is caught. Eric Dawson, He was thrown from behind, and Dawson able to make the catch. He got the ball, and he stuck it on his thigh, and was able to bring it home. The tight end, Dawson, what a catch.
Reed Siderius, the linebacker, was right behind him. He could have reached up and grabbed it, but you're right, he trapped it on his hip, and he brought it around and hung on to it. But give Hibble some credit. I mean, he's putting the ball. That was a little bit behind, but generally the ball is right there. He's just managing this game really well.
1st down and 10. Saints just underway in the 4th. Tech leads 20-10. Saints on the move from the 33-yard line.
Double tight ends this time for Carroll.
Hibble looking over the middle. Hibble's going to go for it all. Got a receiver there, incomplete.
I think that was Sipes running down the field. He had him. He had a step, too. Yeah, it was Sipes. And Hibble that time just missed him.
Saints went for the home run ball on 1st down.
Sipes is really starting to exert himself in this conference as one of the premier receivers. He's a kid that came in this year. They weren't quite sure. They thought they had a pretty good one, and he's showing that they definitely do.
2nd down and 10. From the 33. Keep it on the ground. Arnson tries to make the corner. Ryan Arnson unable to make the corner. 3rd down and long coming up here.
Reed Siderius
for Carroll
again.
College.
Siderius again on that tackle. He stretched it out and got him pushed to the outside. His buddies came up and cleaned him up, but you can't let Ryan get to the corner. And that time they did a great job, Tech did defensively, of preventing that from happening.
So 3rd and long. Hibble in his first start, 11 of 21, 132.
You don't have to get all 10 here, but you'd like to get somewhere around 6 to 8 to make that 4th down attempt workable here.
And you can kick a field goal. Only down 10. Hibble got time. Hibble's going to go for it all. It's incomplete. Sipes again, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be 4th down and 10.
Yeah, Justin May back there on the coverage. He had the behind coverage. He was deep.
We're not going to attempt a 50-yard field goal, are we?
No, we are not. We're going to punt this football away.
I wanted to see a 50-yard field goal attempt. And again, Carroll College will not put anybody back to return. Torgensen getting set on the punt. From the 33-yard line, Dylan Torgensen gets the kick off, and it's fielded at the 2-yard line. And what great coverage on the part of the Saints.
Yeah, number 6 back there to catch that punt for Carroll College, and that is Chandler Arbazani again.
So why not put somebody back?
To prevent that. Arbazani just went back there and caught it. I thought it was heading into the end zone, but you forgot the defender, the punt coverage guy, only had to run about 35 yards to get there.
So the Yarn Diggers, you want to talk about your backs against the wall.
Yeah.
1st down and 10 at the 2-yard line here for Montana Tech. And out of the shotgun, McQuarrie is going to be about 4 yards deep in the end zone.
Let's see if they use Fike here a few times.
They're going to come under center.
Yep. They don't see this very often at all.
And they're going to throw from under center. Sullivan makes a catch, 10-yard line. They got some breathing room, and they almost got a 1st down. Great play.
Excellent.
On 1st down from the 2 for Tech.
Really, they come up under center. Everybody's thinking the ball's going to Fike. Isaiah King makes the tackle for Carroll, but they pick up 7 yards.
And they're going to go under center again.
Carroll with a 4-man front. And this
McQuarrie, handoff to Fike, comes off left side.
Wow.
Peyton Sexy is there. to make the tackle, and that's no gain at all.
Yeah, what a great job defensively. That time Carroll swarming to the football, meeting Fike at the line of scrimmage. The defensive lineman shed the blocks, and number 91 also, on that tackle is for Carroll College as well.
Chris Lawrence will come in. Dion Williams is in. It's third down.
This is
and
where
4.
And this is where McQuarrie hurt him last time on a third down, deep in his own territory. And that started a drive that ended up in a touchdown.
McQuarrie on third down, and the pass is incomplete. The intended receiver on the play was Chris Kelly.
Yep, nice job defensively of breaking that ball up, breaking that pass up for Carroll College. Beautiful job. The defender came up, I'm not sure, didn't catch the number. Those Saint numerals are tough to read off those dark purple uniforms. Black
Tough to read? I think it's impossible.
They need neon something, especially for old guys that can't see.
How about Holt from the end zone?
There you go.
Holt gets a kick off. It is a beauty. And that will take a Tech bounce. And Carroll College down 10. Will take over from the 41-yard line when we come back.
Out here, we love our animals. From the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me.
They start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
Eric Dawson unable to bring that pass in on first down. It's going to be second down and 10 for the Saints. Saints need a score here. Hibble has played well in his first college start. Hibble takes the low snap, looking right. Pass is caught. That's going to be
Beautiful.
Very, very close to a first down.
Right.
Paul Hart made the catch.
Hart made the catch. He was run out of bounds by Andre Brown, but a nice throw by Hibble. All right, he threw that ball before Hart made his break, and it was on the money when he turned.
First down and 10 inside Tech territory. Carroll needs 2 scores.
And offensively, they've been unable to punch the ball into the end zone because Tech has changed their defense a little bit, and they have Carroll back on their heels.
Hibble. They're going to go on the ground. Arnson, not much room, maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, number 55, who's much bigger than Ryan Arnson, Tyler Sanders, is 6'2", 275. Met him at the line of scrimmage and just wrestled him to the ground.
Well, we're in Dillon next weekend, the SWX Game of the Week, as the Montana Western Bulldogs at home up against the College of Idaho. Second down, long 9 from the 48-yard line.
Looks like Tech's going to
Tech's cheating up.
Here they come.
Hibble's got to get rid of it. He does so. The Sipes incomplete. He just overthrew him.
Yeah.
Sipes was open, Joe.
That was 6. That was touchdown right there. You can see it on the replay if we get a chance to peek at it, hopefully. But Hibble would like to have that back. But give Tech some credit. They pressured him. They came after Reese Hibble, and he had to get rid of the ball just to count before he wanted to. And sometimes that's all it takes. He saw the receiver. He delivered it to the right guy. The ball sailed on him. When you can't plant that front foot and follow through like that because people are about to knock you on the head, sometimes that ball will sail, and that's what happened.
3rd down and 9. Hibble 14 of 24 for 142 yards in his first start. Big 3rd down play here for the Saints.
Here they come.
Hibble looks to the right, incomplete, and penalty flag, no. Fossum was the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like there was some contact there. It might have been a bit early. It was right in front of the Carroll coaches. They were calling for it, but they're not going to get it.
Derek Holt to punt, Lindy to return for Montana Tech.
The second
big advantage here for Tech.
In the second half, it's been for Carroll College, it's just some missed opportunities. Really, they took advantage of those in the first half.
Well, how about the penalties?
And the penalties, correct.
Pass interference penalties. Holt puts this one high and deep. Great coverage again for Carroll inside the 10-yard line, where Montana Tech will come out. Diggers out on top, 20-10.
A small steel fabrication plant popped up in the heart of Montana. Over time, they built a reputation as solid as their steel. But growing a business requires flexibility. They needed a bank like First Interstate, able to make quick decisions to help grow their workforce and build a strong foundation. Today, their steel supports more than just buildings. It supports communities throughout the region. First Interstate Bank. It's you and I together.
Hi, I'm Christy.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy. Natural gas appliances provide wonderful benefits when used properly.
But faulty or improperly maintained devices can cause carbon monoxide poisoning. Keep your family safe
by installing carbon monoxide detectors on every level of your house. And make sure your gas appliances are properly vented. If your carbon monoxide alarm goes off,
get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy. Together,
we can deliver a brighter future.
Thanks for not just selling me tires. Thanks for doing the work I needed.
Not suggesting stuff I don't.
Thanks for checking my brakes.
Checking my brakes.
Thanks for checking my brakes. For free. Just to make sure I'm all good.
Who does that anymore? So thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the right thing by not just selling me tires.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. Stop on by your local Les Schwab for our fall tire sale.
Tech's getting the ball back with a 10-point lead. And their worst offensive game of the season. They had 34 against Rocky was their lowest. And a screen pass is caught out near the 15-yard line for Montana Tech.
I think it was Lindy with the catch who ran out of bounds, but number 21 for Carroll out there. Parker Bernhardt, one of the linebackers, ran him out of bounds.
Tech came into the game averaging 49 points a game, 7th best in the nation. 2nd down and 6, and here comes Fike, and Fike gets hit and still dries. Fike gets the first down out across the 22. Gain of 7 for Jed Fike on one of his best runs. Fike was just 35 yards on the afternoon.
Carroll did a great job of containing him. And I know we had mentioned he hurt his ankle, but or his leg. I'm not sure if it's his ankle, but
Sean Sullivan makes the catch, close to another Montana Tech first down. And boy, Tech, they made some adjustments at halftime of this football game, and they have been outstanding here in the second half.
Yeah, they're mixing it up pretty well. They're just taking advantage of what Carroll's giving them defensively in the passing game, and that's a lot of dunking stuff underneath, and it's working for them. They're getting yards after the catch.
First down and 10. Play action. Gonna go deep to Dion Williams. Comes back and makes the catch out near the 40-yard line.
There's a battle for that football. Who has it? Who has it? Does
well,
Carroll
one
have that
official,
ball?
they're going to say Carroll College Football.
Yeah, they both came down with it. Maybe,
Wow.
Maybe we can catch it if we get a replay here. We can
That
see.
was amazing.
Yeah, it was a.
Now they're going to meet again, the officials. I thought one official pointed to Tech. They did. It's going to be Tech's football. It's going to be Tech's football.
Yeah, they came down with
Wow.
it. They both had a hand on it. When they rolled over, it was the Saint corner that had the football. But
Yeah, Deion Williams lost the football. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here comes Fike. Fike gets near the 35. A nice run on first down. Another big break for the Diggers of Montana Tech. 7:47 left to be played here in the fourth quarter. Tech, the 11th ranked team in the nation, out on top of the Saints, 20-10. It's going to be second down and 5.
Chase Barta in on that tackle for Carroll.
Tech wins. It's their 5th win in 6 meetings against Carroll College. And Deion Williams, did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Williams about a yard short.
Deion's been busy today.
Deion Williams, his athleticism and speed, he could be a Sunday player.
He's special.
Third down and less than a yard.
Reminds me of the kid that used to play for Rocky that recently graduated a couple years ago. Their wide receiver, he was outstanding as well.
Third down and less than a yard. Can Fike get the first down? He does just that near the 25, and Fike bowls his way to the 23-yard line. Unheard of for about a quarter and a half. And Jed Fike is back, and he's back strong. And Montana Tech found some offense here in the second half of this game. Fike, 5'10", 200, gets the call again, gets hit at the line. He rolls to the right side and got a half a yard out of absolutely nothing.
Yep, good job by Fike making something out of nothing, but even about 3 or 4 guys bounced him outside before he was finally brought to the ground. So good pursuit that time by Carroll, who they need to keep Tech off the scoreboard here on this drive. They've got to get the ball back. They need a big play.
This is huge defensively for Carroll College. Second down. A long 9. McQuarrie having his one of his best games he's had all season as far as the most yards he's throwing for. McQuarrie takes his snap. McQuarrie looking left, airs it out, corner of the end zone to Lawrence, and Lawrence cannot bring it home.
Yep.
McQuarrie needs just 14 yards, Joe, for 400 yards in the game, and that'll be a first this season for McQuarrie.
Nice. He's just stayed after it. He's made some good decisions with the football. Really, just the one interception late in the first half was a desperation throw, so kind of waved that one off. But he's
third
played well.
down and 9.
He plays like a kid who's been the 2-time Player of the Week in AIA.
He's been outstanding this season in every single game, and
just a junior, is that correct? Or is it? Yep.
He's a senior.
Senior.
Tech will take a timeout. 2010 Tech. We'll be back with more right after this.
You each drive a Ford pickup, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you a next generation pickup.
Awesome. Let's do this.
The bed is made of high strength steel, which is less susceptible to punctures than aluminum.
The stronger, the better.
And best of all, this new truck is actually
Oh, my.
the current Chevy Silverado.
Current Chevy owners and lessees get a total value of $10,600 or 0% financing for 72 months on this Silverado All-Star. Chevy, the #1 automotive brand in Montana.
Hey man, got some chew?
No, man. This stuff's dangerous.
Hey, can I get a dip?
No way.
Why not?
Give me one good reason.
It's full of toxic chemicals.
It rots your teeth, and it causes cancer.
Prove it.
It says so right in the can.
Well, why do you do it?
So then why do you chew?
My financial education basically just consisted of advice my parents gave to me
they start becoming more aware of what their money is doing and what they're doing with their money.
It's relative, it's timely, it's fresh.
Very engaging, it's easy to follow, and it's interesting.
A lot of our classes are preparing us for college and to think, but this one is preparing us for life.
Our mission here at Opportunity Bank is to provide strong financial futures for Montanans, and we believe that financial literacy plays a big role in that.
Third down and 9 for Montana Tech. The line of scrimmage at 23-yard line. McQuarrie 386 passing yards on the afternoon. McQuarrie looking to the end zone. It's incomplete. Chris Kelly was the intended receiver. Fourth down coming up. It'd be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Derek Holt. His long this year is 30, and Holt's going to come on and attempt a 40-yard field goal. He's 3 for 4 on the season. Sean Sullivan to hold. 5:52 left to be played in the game.
So a 40-yarder with the wind at your back, actually straight at your back. He's on the right hash markers where he wants to be.
The hold is down, the kick is up, line drive kick just over the crossbar. Wow. He barely made that one,
well,
Joe.
You just got to get it over it. It doesn't count for any more if you put it way over it.
A 40-yard field goal for Derek Holt, his longest of the season. And 23-10, Tech out on top. Remember, they come in averaging 49, and the Saints defense has held them to 23 points, and the Saints still down by just 2 scores. So if the Saints can get a touchdown, make a stop, score again, Saints will pull off the big upset, a lot like what Montana Western did last weekend when Tech went into that game 4-0, and they were ranked 5th. And, you know, the thing is, Joe, what would be fair, and the world's not fair, but you should have at least 4 Frontier Conference teams in the playoff every year.
You would think so.
They have to play each other more than once. The win-loss record, I mean, you can't go by that.
And you could certainly also augment that argument by saying, look at the past history of how many teams from the Frontier Conference have advanced in those playoffs between Southern Oregon, Carroll College, Montana Tech. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Holt put that one through the end zone. It's going to be first down and 10, 25-yard line for the Saints of Carroll College. They still have life. 5 minutes and 47 seconds left to be played. It's 23-10.
Yep.
And coming up later, the Montana Chevy Dealers play of the game. And then we'll also have the Northwestern Energy player of the game. And, well, let's just say that Quinn McQuarrie is a finalist for today's player of the game. First down and 10.
He's on the ballot, that's for sure.
From the 25-yard line for the Saints.
Here comes Tech.
Snap back, gonna
Wide
go
open.
deep,
Whoa.
wide open. The tight end, Eric Dawson, was unable to make that catch. It was a little bit overthrown, but Joe, that was 6 points, and how in the world
well,
could Eric Dawson be that wide open?
Zach Morris right now is thanking his lucky stars that Eric didn't catch this football. We'll watch it on the replay. It looked like a ball that he generally...
That was just overthrown.
Yeah, just a little too high. And that's happened a couple times for Hibble. He's missed, if you remember, he missed Sipes over the middle here in the second half, and he just missed a touchdown there for Dawson, or a big gain nonetheless. But those are learning pains, and they've got to suffer through them.
It's going to be second down and 10. Hibble over the middle, incomplete. Fonson, the intended receiver, threw that in double coverage, and all of a sudden it's going to be third down and 10 for Carroll College to keep their hopes alive, keep their drive alive.
Yeah.
Here on third down 13 with 5.5 left to be played in the SWX Game of the Week.
He's 14-28 for 142 yards right now, but they're getting a little desperate at the moment. That time the receiver became a defensive back. He knocked that ball away from the DB, who had a direct route to the ball.
Tanner Gustafson, the starting quarterback, unable to go today. He hurt his hand against Eastern Oregon. He may be out for the season. Third down for Carroll College. Hibble Airs it out. Dawson can't make the catch. 4th down.
Just led him just a bit too far. We're talking half a yard to a yard too far, right in front of Coach Van Diest. But Hibble delivering the ball on time, but it's just a timing thing.
Eric Dawson's an athlete.
Yes, he is. Eric really is. He's done a lot of things for him. Continues to. I mean, he can run the football. They can put him back in the Wildcat formation. And it's frustrating because Carroll's had a pretty good plan today, and they've executed it pretty well. It's just been a couple critical penalties that have really hurt them in that second half, and they led to some touchdowns.
Not a good kick here for Torgensen. Eric Dawson out of the Wildcat had a touchdown in that first half. 9-yard touchdown run, and what great field position here for Montana Tech. Out on top 23-10 with 5:22 left to be played of the game. And they're going to start their drive inside Carroll College territory. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Not what they wanted to see, Carroll defensively, to give Montana Tech, who already have a 13-point lead, a short field, a 44-yard field. Again, the Carroll defense has been tested today, and they've responded pretty well. McQuarrie, in the second half, I think the difference offensively for Montana Tech, they have really just put the ball in McQuarrie's hands and said, go for it. You start throwing the ball around, see what you can do, and he's done some great things. He's pretty good.
1st down and 10. Here comes Fike. Fike looking for some room. He's going to find it. Fike's going to make the corner, the 40 to 35, out near the 30-yard line. And, hey, Jed Fike still might get an opportunity for 100 yards. Fike was 66 yards. He's been over 100 yards in the first 5 games this season.
Yeah, pushed out of bounds by a couple of Saints over there, but yeah, averaging 150 yards a game. He's been the difference maker this year for Montana Tech along with McQuarrie.
It's going to be 2nd down and 3 from the 36-yard line. Fike again runs into traffic. Fike at the 35-yard line, going to be very close to a 1st down, depending on the mark he gets, and the mark looks good. You know, I've never seen anything like what we witnessed in that first half, Joe, when they bring the sticks out, and it took the officials about 3 or 4 minutes to decide, was it a 1st down or was it not a 1st down on a 4th down play, and both teams were pointing each way, and that had to be unbelievably close.
It was very close, and then right when the official dropped to his knees on the grass and got his nose down there by the ball, that's when you knew it was extremely close. You're right. I agree with you. I've never seen that before either.
1st down and 10. Here comes Fike to the right side. Fike, the 35 to 30, and Fike close to another 1st down. And we've got more penalty flags on the field. And boy, the way those officials have been throwing flags, they're going to have to ice their arm.
Yeah.
When this game is done.
They won't be ready for game 2. They're pitched out here.
You know, one of the sad parts that you see across Montana right now in high school football, a lack of officials. There's been games, freshman and JV games, that had to be canceled because they could not find officials. There's games being played on Thursday. There's official crews that are doing double headers on Friday and Saturday. Billingspool used to have 80 football officials, and now they have a little over 40.
Oh, my gosh.
So, Joe,
yeah.
I mean, I think you and I could probably do the play-by-play and
you can just stop right there.
The game as the officials from up here in the box.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
The I part's good for me, but not the you. That's not going to work.
Long official
that's right.
The timeout here to sort things, and that's going to go against Montana Tech. So unsportsmanlike, that'll cost them 15.
So we could just sit up here and call down what it is to the field.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right. If I don't have to run too much out there, because no.
Well, that's going to give that's more than 15 yards. Are you kidding me? How'd they come up with that?
I don't know, but it's a big.
They're 20 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they started at the 34. Carroll's 34, and they are back on their own 45.
Well, unsportsmanlike today is not 15 yards, but it's 20.
Chuck Morrell is not out on the field moving the football forward. I'm not sure what. Unless it's from, no, it's not from the spot of the foul, not an unsportsmanlike conduct.
So this is going to be 1st down and 45. That's what the scoreboard says. I think it's 35. 4 wide receivers set to go out. High snap, play action. Pass caught, Dion Williams. Dion with a stiff arm gets out near the 40-yard line.
He got a chunk of it back. Nice job that time by McQuarrie, finding Williams, who has, again, about a 5-yard cushion from the defender. They take full advantage of it. He catches it and picks up another 5 or 6.
You know, you have weapons like Dion Williams and Sean Sullivan, Jed Fike, Quinn McQuarrie. I mean, Tech is loaded. They could go a long ways this season.
Chris Kelly has a bunch of catches today, too.
It's going to be 2nd down and 23. 4 minutes left to be played. 23-10 Tech. McQuarrie will run. McQuarrie tries to make the corner. McQuarrie at the 40. McQuarrie brought down at about the 38-yard line.
King in on the tackle along with McBride Galtz. Good to see McBride back there. He injured his leg. Came back out on the field.
3rd down coming up. 3rd down and long for Montana Tech. It's going to be 3rd down and 15 for the Diggers. Tech wins. They move to 5-1 on the season. And they'll play at home against Northern next week. They had a school record. They put up 70 points on Northern in week number 2. McQuarrie will roll right. McQuarrie's going forward. All to Dion. He lays out. Can't make the catch. Wow.
Pretty good coverage.
The player of the game, and the player of the game is sponsored by Northwestern Energy, and that's going to be Quinn McQuarrie, the quarterback out of Manhattan, 34 of 50, 398 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Dion Williams is shaken up. So the Northwestern Energy player of the game, again, quarterback Quinn McQuarrie, and that's the biggest game he's had this season for Quinn McQuarrie. 398 yards through the air, and you've got over 3 minutes left, Joe, and I think there's a chance he could have 400.
He definitely could. He could end up over the $4 mark right there. Let's see who's coming off the field. Is that McBride Galt again?
The most passing attempts this season for McQuarrie was 42 last weekend against Montana Western when he was 30 of 42, and he put the ball up 50 times in this game so far.
So 4th and 15. Was Drew Melton that came off the field. Looks like they're going to punt the football, Montana Tech.
Derek Holt back to punt. Low-scoring defensive game. Holt, rugby-style kick, just pooches it out there. Inside the 10-yard line and down to the 5-yard line.
Pretty good roll.
Great job for
nice job.
Derek Holt. It's one of the things that, Joe, I see on the turf a lot in Billings. Rocky's got turf now, and Wendy's Field at Dela Stadium where the 3 Billings AA teams play, and that ball rolls forever.
Yeah.
Soccer teams hate playing on the turf field. It's definitely not the same as grass, but boy.
The speed of the ball, yeah.
You see some 60, 70-yard punts that are not, every game you see something like that.
There's not a lot to give to that stuff. That's for sure.
Well, here come the Saints from the 6-yard line. Reese Hibble has been outstanding in his first college start. It's going to give him a lot of confidence going on the rest of the season. Hibble's in the end zone, and Major Ali makes the catch close to a first down. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left to go. We're back in Dillon next week with the SWX Game of the Week.
Yamastoy ran him out of bounds, playing in his hometown, Helena, Montana.
2nd down and 5 from the 12-yard line. Hibble takes the low snap, only a 3-man rush. Pass is caught, and that's going to be a first down. Down to the 23-yard line.
That was number 88 for Carroll. That's Fossum.
Fossum's had a few catches this afternoon. Clock stopped. First down and 10 for the Saints. Boy, they own that first half. Saints had the football twice as much time as Montana Tech, and that made a big difference as Carroll College let it to break. 10-6. Hibble has time, passes, caught, first down, move the chains, and Eric Dawson, the tight end, gets the catch. The Saints to the 35-yard line. They need 2 scores.
Well, Tech's defense has just found a way to get off the field in the second half. They've found a way to slow down Carroll, some missed opportunities offensively for Carroll, some penalties on the defense.
And that is deflected at the line, and that could have been picked off. It's incomplete. Minute 57 left. Coming up shortly, the Montana Chevy Dealers play of the game.
That particular play, that was Connor Wines. Once again, Rocky, he's had a big game. He came in and knocked that, or put the pressure on Hibble.
Connor Wines on the season with 9.5 tackles for a loss coming in. That is 10th best in the NAIA in the nation. Second down and 10. And in the dirt again. Hibble takes a hit, still on his feet. Flushed out of the pocket. Flag is down. Looks like it could be a hold. Hibble out to the 43-yard line, but I believe it's coming back. A minute 48 left to be played.
Looks like a holding call. Going to go against Carroll. So congratulations, Montana Tech. They weathered a first half that was for them, not what they were expecting.
And the play of the game is sponsored by the Montana Chevy Dealers, and it was that touchdown, McQuarrie to Dion Williams. That is the Montana Chevy Dealers play of the game with 10:42 to go in the third. A 15-yard touchdown pass, Quinn McQuarrie to Dion Williams, and for Quinn McQuarrie, his 17th touchdown pass of the game, of the season rather. The Montana Chevy Dealers play of the game. Second down and 20, a minute 48 left to go in this one. Diggers out on top, 23-10.
They're going to bring 6 this time and trying to get some pressure on Hibble, flush him out of there.
Hibble takes a hit, and the ball, now that is either going to be an incomplete pass or it's going to be a fumble, and I believe it's going to be a fumble.
Yeah, and Wines was the one who caused that.
It is a fumble.
Connor Wines came in and knocked the ball out of Hibble's hands. Hibble hung on to it just a little bit too long.
That's a good call by the officials. It was not a forward pass, and he was hit before he released the football. Hibble stayed in the pocket a little too long, and he took the hit and the fumble, and Montana Tech up by 13 with a minute 41, and they will have the football back here. Tech will improve to 5-1 on the year, and the Saints of Carroll College will fall to 1-5, and they were 4-6 the last 2 years. The only other losing season was Mike Van Dee's first year of '99. They went 5-6. And Fike on the carry for just a few yards. And, the reason the Frontier Conference is as good as it is today, it's because of Mike Van Diest and his staff and, the 6 national championships that they won. Everybody else, Joe, you had to get better.
Well, yeah.
Or else.
Yeah, they won, 13 of 14 conference championships during that run. So, yeah, you had no choice. You want to compete with them, you have to recruit better. You have to bring in better athletes. You have to have more depth and have to really get after it. And the Frontier Conference has responded.
Quinn McQuarrie 2 yards short of 400. And Fike with the carry. And Fike out to the 15. And will Fike get 100 yards for the 6th time this season? He's going to be short. Fike with just 70 yards in the game. Under a minute left. SWX Game of the Week. We're back in Dillon, Montana. Next weekend, Montana Western up against the College of Idaho. And the Bulldogs with a huge win last week when Tech was ranked number 5. They won 34-28. The only loss for Montana Tech. McQuarrie will fall down, and he might get an Oscar for that.
That was pretty good.
Just there, Joe.
Yeah, that's actually what I would have done had I been in there. But
it's too bad we've already given out the play of the day because watch this as McQuarrie
just kind of melts.
Just kind of melt down into the turf.
So they have to give the tackle to that cornerback for Carroll that was up there, but that's the easiest one he's ever gotten.
23-10. Montana Tech.
And Carroll not going to use their 3 timeouts they have left. They're going to let the clock run out.
Carroll College will fall to 1-5 on the season. The Diggers of Montana Tech will go to 5-1, and they do take a timeout with 11 seconds left to be played, and we're going to keep it right here.
Well, first half, it's the tale of 2 halves, really. When Keck and Carroll played the first time, Rocky, it was the adjustments that Montana Tech made that really led to that victory in the second half. And in the second half here, it was just some missed opportunities for Carroll and some critical penalties.
You know, one of the things that Coach Morrell said is he wanted his big-time players to come up big today, and that's exactly what McQuarrie did and what Dion Williams did. And don't give up the big plays. Well, they did.
They did.
I mean, the longest touchdown was a 10-yard touchdown by Eric Dawson off the Wildcats. So, you know, the keys to the game were right on. And fight for a gain of about 8 yards, and that'll do it. Clock is stopped with 4 seconds left to be played. And
Carroll take 1 snap, and that'll be it.
Carroll will get the football back on downs here. Jed Fike, first time in 6 games at the Harrison, Montana running back, did not get 100 yards. It almost doesn't seem fair, Joe. Last year they had Nolan Saraceni attack, the Frontier Conference Offensive Player of the Year, an outstanding running back.
Yes, he was.
And now they get Jed Fike, who's,
not bad.
Well, let's say the best running back in the Frontier Conference this season.
From Harrison, Montana.
Boy, you got to love that. Nolan Saraceni was out of Billings Senior.
There you go.
So Montana's got some great athletes. They keep it on the ground one more time on the final play of the game, and that's Ryan Arnson for a gain of about 7 yards. Tech improves to 5-1. They win it 23-10 on the Quit Montana scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah from Northwestern Energy.
Did you know Northwestern Energy adds that skunky, rotten egg smell to natural gas so you can detect a leak? Natural gas is safe.
But leaks can be dangerous. So if you think you smell a gas leak, follow these safety tips.
Do not attempt to locate the leak. Do not use any electrical switches, appliances, or an open flame.
Get out of the house fast. And from a safe distance, call Northwestern Energy.
Together,
Together,
we can deliver a brighter future.
There's a place where higher education starts at a higher elevation and rises from there. Located in the heart of the Rockies, Carroll College raises the bar with small classes taught by award-winning professors, more than 60 majors, minors, and pre-professional programs, and year-round outdoor fun over every horizon. Carroll College, aspire to go higher.
Writing and arithmetic are elementary topics,